You can take your time. You can choose your words. Let me down real easy. Let me down real easy. Well, I'm doing just fine, because I caught your lies. You say that it's you, not me. Baby, now that I am free, I want my lips back, my time back, my words like when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break, the one that broke with your confession. With your confession. With your confession. I'ma let you speak. Let my silence reach. Babe, I'm real quiet. Babe, I'm real quiet. I am the calm inside the storm, and I am the peace inside the war. Your confessions took their toll, but baby, I am in control. I want my lips back, my time back, my words like when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break, the one that broke with your confession. With your confession. With your confession. With your confession. With your
Bending over backwards, twisting off the wrapper, just to see what's underneath. Oh, dirty little Cupid, she made me do cute shit. Baby, having fun with me, but I don't mind, don't mind, don't mind, don't mind for you. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you
sing, girl. You're my little teen, girl. Knocking at your door, I want the candy Halloween, girl. It was nice to eat you. I mean, it's nice to meet you. I might twist my words, say too much and get a sweet tooth. Wait, mama said you gotta watch your hell now. Hey, things are getting heated, watch your melt now. Wait, baby, tell me what you need right now.
You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. Making waves with you. No, no, no. Wanna taste of you. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try. You're my candy, baby. You're my trick or treat. You're my chocolate with a little something in between. You're my candy, baby. Crave you all the time. 100 flavors, you're the only one I wanna try.
Set out, left off from the shore. She thinks it's buried deep right now. I've reached the top. I'm falling right back down to earth. It's calling now. Feast my eyes upon this wasteland. Right now the map's becoming clearer. It's all in my perspective. Become so clear to me. Not all treasures buried, it's all in your head. Just try to hear me out. They've got you locked up and out.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2, Week 5, Day 3. Once again, you're joined by MV and V. V, how are your legs feeling today, I have to ask?
Literally cannot walk.
Are you excited? Because I'm excited about this kind of news, that you can't walk. But there's some other news that we would like to talk to you about, is that some roster changes have happened. So Preloden has said that he has had enough of Skinlords, and this comes into his place to replacement Skinlords. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see until match number 3 today, where they're going to be facing Jahl and see how that exactly plays out. Obviously, Preloden, one of the definite X factors on the side of Skinlords that still could be very impactful during the match. And I feel like, I mean, considering how important match for Jahl it is going to be today, that's probably the best case scenario for Jahl is to lose one of the main entries on the side of Skinlords, and of course I feel like we're definitely going to see a huge impact on that as well during the game.
Yeah, exactly. We should. Before we start everything, I want to remind you about the Vault giveaway that's happened today as well. So if you want to win 10 euros of free food, type in the chat #Vault. Be sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you win, type us at BSL@BSL.pro so we can send you the coupon for those 10 euros. And of course, the tickets are on sale for HyperTown Tallin Festival on 20th and 21st of October. So be sure to check out HyperTown.pro for that information. But now, let's check out the schedule, what we're going to see today. As the first game we can see is going to be XGR against Team Redeye. Should be an interesting one, knowing Team Redeye is on a glimpse of being eliminated. But really playing on the edge there. XGR
well, I mean, they're currently competing about more placements than than anything else, as obviously the higher you are, the more monies you do get. So still important match coming out for both of these teams. Exactly. I would be expecting XGR to come out on top here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we're going to see that afterwards.
I'll give my reasons in a second.
Okay, yes. And then we're going to see Mighty Wolves against Lithuania. That should be a really fun match. Yes. Lithuania are looking still pretty good, but they still haven't faced Mighty Wolves, which at the moment I believe are in the 3rd place. Or in the fourth place, somewhere there, but they're still on the top together with Lithuania, so it should be pretty fun. And then afterwards, as you already mentioned, it's going to be Jahl against Skinlords, my match of the week. It should be really interesting, as you already said. Jahl, they're looking to get their way into that top 4, and Skinlords, well, I guess pride is on the line at this stage. Really? Yeah.
No comment.
No comments. Okay. Let's check out the standings just so we know how the teams at the moment are placed. As I said, Mighty Wolves at the moment are at the 4th place, so winning against Lithuania would be huge for them, as they could get even in that 3rd or maybe even the 2nd place if the round difference is there to beat VAS Sports. Yeah,
but still, these other teams are going to have another match in front of them, so anything can still change till the end of the weeks. Of course, Mighty Wolves having the additional help of Flourish.
Yes.
That might be just enough for them to be able to secure the win against Lithuania. They definitely can do so on paper, but once again, I feel like this is an extremely dangerous opponent for Mighty Wolves to face, just because of how Lithuania have been performing historically now, and apart from having that one loss against VAS Sports, as already have mentioned, I believe yesterday as well, it just looks very unlikely that Mighty Wolves are going to have an easy time here playing against Lithuania.
But that should bring us to a fun game. And then there at the bottom 4 we see Autoclutch, Giris, Not Like This, and Figure 5. So we're already talking that Not Like This and Figure 5 might drop down if Estonia and Skinlords, who still I believe have the game, could manage to get the win there.
Yeah, well, as we can see also here from the points, Žalgiris actually, if they secure a victory here, do they actually get higher in the standings?
They might pass Autoclutch. They might pass. I'm not sure about the round difference.
Yeah, we don't see the round difference. Okay, so, right, so still an important match for them. Obviously, once again, placements and getting closer to that top 4 position still is an important match to come out here.
And let's check out the bottom 8. As we can see, there's going to be Skinlords, Estonia, XGR Esports, and Team Redeye. As I mentioned, Team Redeye and XGR Esports, important game. The winner will move a place higher, and it'll be even if XGR Esports win, they will knock down Estonia a bit.
Yeah. So once again, for either of the teams, they really need to show up here. And I mean, XGR Esports definitely once again have shown how much resilience they can display against, say, on paper, stronger teams. So I feel like considering they're facing Team Red Eye that so far have played just a ton of Mirage, and the first map is going to be Inferno, spoiler. Yeah, I don't think they'll find much success against XGR Esports there, just because XGR Esports, they won Mighty Wolves on Inferno.
Yep.
And they played it without a stand-in. Therefore, it was no HS magic happening there. It was just pure XGR Esports. Yeah,
so that should be a fun one. Then at the bottom, we see Ain't, Skinlords Red, Aston Esports, and a Celtic. For Ain't, I think with the fact that they changed fields to another player, it could bite them. So they need to prove a lot to get out of that bottom 4. But at this stage, it even feels like it kind of settled a bit, the bottom 4.
Well, the bottom 4 definitely has crystallized out here, and in terms of the teams that are struggling the most. Once again, the saddest part is probably the fact that there are 3 Latvian teams there. So I'm just once again gonna keep my comments to myself about what I think about the situation. Obviously, sad to see Ain't there at the very beginning of this second season. I did think that they're going to perform better, but unfortunately, the incapability of closing out matches and also showing same as on a similar pattern as EU Estonia, showing mixed results versus different kind of teams. It really just kind of, well, I mean, they're there because of the losses, but not necessarily because of what sort of team they are.
Yeah, that is true. Good words said. But that's enough about the standings, as we can jump into the matchup that we're going to see right now. XGR Esports against Team Red Eye. So on the side of XGR Esports, we're going to see Knight, ZAL, Krasner, Maxel, and Zenki.
And for Red Eye, we're going to see Martboys, Flunk, Brax, Kamiano, and Momzel.
Yes, we know how well Zenki plays with the AWP. You did pick him in that challenge where you thought he's going to die the least times. It was still pretty tough, wasn't it? I believe he died 15 times.
Flashbacks.
Yes. Are you going to watch this game when you can see Zenki die? Are you going to go for some squats?
If I could physically do one right now, maybe, but I'll just stand and enjoy the show. Yeah, so the map that is going to be played is going to be Inferno. And as I already said, they actually, XGR Esports won 16-7 over Mighty Wolves.
That was quite convincing, the play from them. Yeah,
that was a very convincing victory coming out there, and obviously knowing that the resilience of XGR Esports, and as I already said, that definitely has shown throughout the match. Now, I hope that this resilience does resemble the pattern where there are certain kind of teams that are able to play on the same level with whichever opponent they're facing for the most part. Question is, do they, if I dare so say, get down on Red Eye's level to also have this inevitable battle, or will they actually come out on top and be very convincing in the way how they're going to play? So that's the part I'm really interested in for XGR. As I already said, like in theory, there are wonderful things ahead of them, but somehow, well, the biggest issue is closing matches for them, and unless they get like an insane lead early on, it seems to be a very hard struggling point, especially around like the scoreline. Once they gather somewhere around 12 rounds, that's usually where they start having issues. So, I mean, in terms of the players that really need to show up here, I feel like on Red Eye, if I recall correctly, last few times we saw them, Brax was a player that stood out. So he was putting up solid kills, and I feel like that's probably one of the players that I can really only call out on the side of Red Eye there. As the others, I mean, they have had like a few plays, but not through for the entirety of the match. So in that sense, I feel like Brax might have been just slightly more impactful for the side of XGR Esports. Zenki, definitely. And I also wrote down Krasner. I would just like to see him shine here in this match, because I feel like he should have no issues playing against these opponents to stand out, because I sort of like get a good feeling, what I think a good feeling of where the player stands in terms of the team and how he performs, or how he could perform in theory against Red Eye here. So I think those two players on the side of XGR Esports are going to be a huge factor in terms of what sort of success they're going to find here.
Okay, since this is a domestic duel, do you think we're going to see some knife kills come out or some BMs?
I think definitely, especially also considering where both of these teams currently are in the standings. Like, it's just going to make the loss for the other team so much more painful. So I'd like to for sure see something something along those lines coming out of the either side here. Now the question is though, I, for the life of me, cannot really think of how either of these teams will approach their terrorist side.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think XGR and eSports could be fast ones with their T side, and Red Eye would be a bit more slower and default in their approach. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for the most part, definitely. I do sort of go into the same direction, but I mean, then again, thinking back and just remembering what sort of matches we've seen from both of these teams coming out, that's where my insecurities start to come in about how this might play out here. Obviously, either team are going to be really interested in starting on the CT side. I would like to see more composure in the knife rounds, as we've already spoken about it before. I think we've seen only like 2-3 like knife rounds where you can see that the players have an organized approach to it. Yeah,
they don't just run at each other.
Once again, tactical timeouts, please.
Yes, they are there for a reason. They're there for a reason. Okay, so our prediction game, at the moment we stand at 4-1.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, so I am winning.
Yeah.
Hooray. What's going to be your prediction for this one?
I'm going to say that XGR eSports are actually going to take this in a convincing fashion.
Okay. And it's going to be a score with?
It's going to be a score with like same 16-7, same as they played against Mighty Wolves.
Okay, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say Team Red Eye has this one in the bag. A bit closer game though, 16-11.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the case here. Of course, I still have that kind of feeling that XGR eSports, since they won Mighty Wolves on this map, should have the upper hand. But the Team Red Eye, they give off that newbie vibe, where I think that they want to really prove themselves against these Estonian teams that are above them.
Of course, yes, but the question is, do they have the experience to keep their composure? They will surely find a round or two that is going to look extremely convincing coming out from them. But if they get shut down instantly afterwards, or a round after they secured a convincing round coming out from them, question is, can they still keep their composure and actually get back into this? Because what we've seen so far is, as soon as Red Eye gets, as soon as Red Eye are being shut down, they essentially don't come out of that hole at all. They just
that is kind of
remain on the same page where they are. Once again, not taking any timeouts or making any sort of adjustments here. So unless they will be actually doing those things, I honestly don't think they will find a way back, and hence my prediction.
Yeah, I agree with you that as well. Still do have a hope for that one. So I really called out a few players that we need to look out for. I think Brax and Zenki are going to be the ones that are going to change this game to be a good one.
Yeah, and Krasner on the XGR eSports side.
Well, previously we've seen Markprice as well show up. He was good in qualifiers.
He's not playing today.
He's not playing today. They have standing for him.
On the side of Red Eye.
Yeah.
I don't. Wait, he was not in the lineup.
He is in the lineup.
No.
Yes, there is Markprice, assistant. You can see right there.
Really, we didn't call him out then.
Yeah, we didn't call him out because he was quite the first in the qualifiers. He was a bit silent in the first few games, and after that, he once more time showed up. So I'm thinking
one game.
Yeah, but this is an important game. You want to show up here. You should have been ready and practiced for this one.
That goes for a lot of teams in this tournament. You should have been ready and practiced for it. Well, the teams unfortunately are not ready, as there is nobody on the server. So I'll just
still have 2 minutes left.
See if I have any information on that as soon as I log in, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So what can we still remind about our viewers about? Oh, if you haven't checked out, there is an interview with BESL Sports on our YouTube channel. So be sure to check that one out just to see some insight in the team, as this season they're looking to not play in the finals as last season. They decided they're not going to participate in that one, since they participate in another qualifier for bigger tournaments. So here I'm really looking forward to seeing them in the finals, especially in Estonia, as well as Lithuania. Do you think they have it in the bag to defend their title from the season 1?
Who?
Lithuania.
Sorry, I was reading. Yeah. Lithuania, do they have what?
Do they have what it takes to secure the top spot here in this season as well, like to win it, take it home?
Well,
what we've seen from BESL Sports, what we've seen from them.
I mean, on a good day, yes. But I still, in general, give the upper hand to BESL Sports here.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Like for Lithuania, while yes they have suffered only one loss, they've had a few games where they definitely were struggling.
Yeah.
And I feel like playing against eSports and seeing just how closely eSports are playing to each other in defensive positions, that is, I'm just gonna say, I'm also on the terrorist side, like constantly having the ability to trade is something that I feel like Lithuania are still lacking. They're definitely very close in that section, but there are definitely plays where they just rush it a bit too much. But this is like extreme pinpricking. This is not like, oh my god, it's them doing this again. It's just actually like the small things. But obviously, when the better you start playing, it's only about the small things, because the basics should be very clear for everyone. And yeah, in that sense, as I already said, on a good day, yes, definitely. If once again, if Ika shows up, and of course if Carcass is on point, and if the map is somewhat playable by both teams, because I don't think Lithuania are going to be practicing nuke that much after that loss towards eSports, and I also feel like that eSports in general might have a deeper strat pool than Lithuania. So,
and as well, like the map pool as well.
And the map pool, the maps that they are able to play. So I would actually, you know what, a map that I would like to see them battle it out would be Dust 2.
Dust 2. Oh yeah. That could be a really interesting one, and we might just get it.
Because then it's like it's even grounds, essentially. Both sides can be dominating. Both sides can also be played accordingly to the styles and approaches that either Lithuania or eSports use. So I feel like that would be something to see.
Have we seen eSports play on Dust 2?
No.
We've seen Lithuania play on it, and they were exceptionally good.
Yes.
With all their approaches and everything else, how they stopped the enemy team on T side or on CT side. So here, yes, I'm really actually curious to see if eSports will, in the group stage, show us what their Dust 2 is.
They might be just keeping it a secret.
As well.
I mean, I know a while back it was also very popular to have like one map that everyone thinks that you're not playing, and even some teams went out of their way to permaban it continuously, and then afterwards leave it open, and instantly the enemy team would pick, and then it's like, surprise! We are actually, that's our best map. So, I mean, you leave tricks like that for semifinals, finals, and so on, but it definitely pays off, because obviously at that stage, everyone is going to be trying to find as much as information as possible online.
Do you think many teams at the moment are practicing that kind of secrets?
I would be surprised if there would be one.
Okay, so you're surprised if eSports have something.
I really think that eSports are the only team that might have something like that.
No, not even Lithuania.
No.
Or Mighty Bulls. Or Volsung. You're not giving any of them.
No. I don't think either of those teams, apart from eSports, have had the time to think about it in that regard.
Yeah, because eSports, I believe they're one of the teams that have played in the highest qualifiers.
Yes, and I mean, continuously also eSports having games on HLTV and so on means that there's a lot of demos available. So if there is some sort of special thing that you can keep a secret from everyone else, and obviously having the veto system available in essentially everywhere where you play for the most part, apart from, like, I don't even know how certain leagues work right now, but there used to be a few that would just give you a map, like ESEA, you would have certain maps that you would play in that week. So you would be forced to play that map. But in general, that still is in theory something that is possible. And that is like a good trick to have up your sleeve, because obviously both Lithuania and eSports would be looking to go into the actual finals. Let's be real here. Volsung are really the only other contender that might bump into that and mess up those plans. But otherwise, like, they should be able to do so. And yeah, I mean, that's just next level thinking that you need to start to bring out if you really want to show that you're taking this thing seriously.
Yeah, most definitely. But at the moment, all the players are in the server. One time, I remind you, just so you don't think there's going to be eSports playing against Lithuania, it's going to be your team Red Eye against XGR eSports. So Estonian duel. So we went the way of XGR eSports with this one, with the scoreline 16-7.
Yes.
I went the way of Team Red Eye 16-11, so I'm going to think it's going to be a close one. But Team Red Eye could come out on top. And I say could because I still do think that XGR eSports do have what it takes. But as you said, like, they have problems closing out games, and I think that could be a problem here as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
I
they
do
good
agree with your
themselves.
scoreline in this scenario if XGR Esports start having issues with closing it out. And obviously, if Team Red Eye will be able to come back into it, considering, like, assuming they will be playing from a deficit, then, 16-11, your prediction is definitely viable here.
But XGR Esports as well, like, they do have, like, Zenki, ZAL, Krasner, like, you can call almost anyone, and you can, like, show a highlight of him where he can play, like, 1 against 4, 1 against 3, and he still does fine. On the side of Team Red Eye, we haven't seen too many these kind of situations where one player makes the change. Of course, there has been some players just going wild the whole game, but the other ones are lacking.
Yeah, and that this is also the thing, like, okay, so if you have one player on your team that can continuously show up one day or not show up on the other, doesn't really matter. If that's only one guy, I mean, he can only carry you so far.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. As it looks like both teams are really going to jump into the knife rounds. As already mentioned, they need to start on the CT side, either of these teams, to have the upper hand here. Because are we expecting a close beginning, or is it going to be one team running ahead with it?
I'd say, as I already said, XGR Esports, well, they definitely, historically, they have very good starts of the matches.
Yeah.
As far as I can recall, from memory, there would have to double check the results, but yeah. And you can see they're actually Red Eye sticking as a unit, but Zenki Maxwell already finding early kills here, and that is going to be a quick cleanup and should be a side switch coming out from XGR Esports. Yep.
They're going to do just that, so they're going to start on the CT side. If I'm not mistaken, yes, they will. And now we've seen USPs that might not work at some points where the Glock train is too much, so I'm really hoping to see a Glock train come out from Team Red Eye. But let's just see if that's going to be the case as we're jumping into the first match here of
You're
day
really
3
a
of
fan
week
of
5.
Glock trains, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Or just like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory, I like trains.
Oh, you're really going that way. You're really going that way.
What do you mean?
You're using that guy to burn me.
Yes.
Weird. But like USPSs, they're just so clean, so crisp, and the round ends so fast at that stage where I really want to see Glock train just go through and USPS can't do anything. But that's kind of is a good feeling since the CT side is kind of the better side. Be so careful with that, dude. Like seriously.
What?
Like how many times this has happened more for you to learn the lesson?
But you will not become good at it.
Right, yeah.
Without doing it.
Yeah, you need to hurt yourself, especially the next thing that you're just doing.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for the lesson.
I just want to shave with this karambit one day.
Well, you can do it for tomorrow.
And permanent scars.
Do you want to know how I got these scars? I'm gonna say like, I just got myself with a knife in my face. It's not so cool as Joker did got them, but we're finally in the game. So let's see, will Team Red Eye pull out the Glock train, or we're gonna see USPS's prevail? It's gonna be ZAL trying to peek in, but instantly that flashbang is gonna come.
Oh my!
ZAL just gets 2 headshots, and you can see there's still 2 more players on the B site. This could be really huge for the side of eSports.
Maxwell finding another one here as well. Leaves only Momzel and Brax here to battle it out. 2v4, that is going to be Momzel going down. Leaves only Brax. Now, I did call him out beforehand, and he has managed to find 1 kill there. A bit of weird lag. As I believe he does suspect a flank might be coming through, but the shoulder peek might just now come into his favor as he's battling it out, struggling extremely to find a headshot in that situation as the backup is coming in on the side of XGR Esports and Zenki as well. I mean, dude.
Yep, something's a bit off there in the first round. From time to time we see players who almost never miss a shot miss like almost all the clip that they have.
Still though, I mean, the very first round of, well, props to ZAL, instantly finding 2 kills there, so obviously did what was required from him in that situation. You need to trade yourself against 2 terrorists if you're on the CT side, otherwise it's just not really worth it. As once again, grenades going to be used towards Banana here. Krasner with the MP9 looking to see if he can spot out enemy players here with that flashbang. He's going to be looking to see if he can clear out perhaps close corners here, as actually he's not going to be advancing further on, and Flunk with the CZ in apartments will not spot anyone just yet. Kamiana with that deagle has shown good success in the past, so he might still be impactful here as he's going to be approaching closer to B, and Martpoist is already dead.
Yes, he was pushing middle. I'm not sure why Momzel didn't push out with him as well. Like double peeking that scenario could be a good case. As you can see, Team Red Eye in this pistol round have really made the map their own We can see Kamiano trying to peek in towards B side. He's gonna find Zila even. And it's gonna be Flank as well, waiting for the players to rotate. Momzal could potentially find a player here, and he will find Maxel. So you can see Team Red Eye are getting the kills. Kamiano getting some kind of information. It's gonna be all on Knight here to stop the push towards the A side as the bombs are leading that way. But Momzal is gonna get one more kill, and that's gonna put XGR eSports on back foot. They have to retake a side. So you can see Krasner, he is low. And Zenki with a FAMAS, he's gonna find Flung there right before the smoke gets dropped down. He spotted the player.
And Krasner still does have a flashbang available and also has a defuse kit here, so a timed pop flash might work out as the flash comes through, but Zenki will go down and Krasner already has given away his position. And running around with 10 HP, with going into this bait setup, he's looking to pre-fire all these angles, but he will go down.
To Mamzel, who got 4 kills in that round. Quite impressive they're showing from Team Red Eye. At first, I don't like when in these eco rounds teams split up that much, but here they found luck on almost every single position. Kamiano there with, I believe, only 1 kill towards the B site. But still, that caused the player to be deep into the side. A player rotation from the A site. When they opened up the A site, only Knight was left there. So at the moment, good plays coming out from Team Red Eye.
Yeah, and speaking of XGR Esports saying that they find success early on here, well, I guess I spoke too soon, but once again, Krasner early in the round will find Kamiano towards Banana, and that is instantly a man advantage already gained. That grenade
almost taking down 100 HP together from both players. As we can see one more time, Team Red Eye just playing this one slow. Who is there boosted up? I want to see. Oh, that was Zenki boosted up, but as the smoke phase, they're going to get back. We're trying to find some luck through there. I believe Brax was not peeking too far. Martpo is having that Mac 10. He's going to be in the apartments, but he should be the guy in front. As you can see, they're going to push towards the B side as it looks for now. It's going to be Krasner there together with Zila. So one Zeagle, one P250 to deal with before they get into the site. And if Krasner doesn't find even 1 kill here,
and
it could really go south.
Yeah, Zenki just checked out middle and is already on the rotation here. And the terrorist should have... Oh, he actually slowed down there. So actually, Team Red Eye might have not heard him just yet. I believe you need to be slightly closer there. As the execute comes through now, and it's quite clear with that boost, Zenki should be able to find a few kills here. He's actually spraying desperately. Zila will try to push through, but they will both go down as Knight and Zenki. Zenki, that is, here is going to go down. I felt like Knight was closer there, but my apologies.
Yes, they're both now going to try to retake this B site, as this is like one-on-one situation. You don't need to save anything here, as Momzal is going to find one Knight looking for doing some economical damage, but Momzal comes out on top one more time. This round he gets 3 kills at the moment, sits on 7. Quite impressive stuff from Momzal. I have to say, Martboys not showing up at the moment, but the first 3 rounds, not too big of a deal, as now it's going to be XGR Esports on an eco round. It should be Team Red Eye catching at least one more. And if they win the round after that, their T side's already a success.
You mean the rifle round?
If they win the buy round after that, if it's going to be scored 4-1 in favor of Team Red Eye, I think it's already a success.
Yeah, then it's definitely going to be already a success for them, because most likely then the CTs once again are going to be looking at pistols, armors only. If that will be the case with the peak now, Kamiano will take down Zila. And that is going to be Krasner sitting close behind this wall. With the 5-7, I like to see that still a lot of players use it here. Knight dangerously peeking into middle will go down to Martpois, and Zenki failing to retaliate there. Gives up another kill for Martpois in that situation. Maxwell does find him eventually, and I think he actually dinked another player. That was Kamiano.
Oh, I believe he was dinked on
Kamiano was in the banana.
Yep. Okay, so good job at the moment from Team Red. We can see now the Byron is going to come through. One are being picked up by the side of XGR Esports. Zila is going to head towards Banana as it looks at the moment. The other side, they still have Mac 10s on their line. And I believe there's a technical timeout at the moment happening. Hopefully the issue is going to be fixed soon.
Is anyone lagging? Oh, someone's out.
Yeah, who is that? Can you recall?
Who do we have? Momzo,
Flunk.
Flunk.
Yeah, Flunk is missing. Hopefully he's going to be back soon.
Well, hopefully the pause does not affect him too much in the sense, I mean, it can be, well, it's a bit triggering at times, especially if the issue is something that is repetitive for him personally. And obviously for Team Red Eye here, they have just started gaining momentum here. The question is, does that stop the actual momentum?
Which is harder when you have this kind of a pause where, technical issue happens. Is it worse to have it in the beginning of the game, mid-game or at the end of the game?
Obviously, the end of the game is the worst time when you might have any sort of issues. Because during the game, at the beginning of the game, you obviously can still come back into the match if that is some sort of a problem for you. Whereas the end game, anything that happens essentially can serve as an extra trigger point, and you can just make bad decisions where it's very important to make good ones, to speak very basically there. So I mean, for XGR eSports so far, they've done a few things good. I do like their early aggression in the banana, at least trying to see how many players are there and trying to establish themselves. Now with how many incendiaries they have, they only have
one. They have only one, and they do have only 3 smokes.
I would go for, okay, so this is actually going to be a reset.
Yeah, Flunk is back.
Oh, because the money wasn't there.
Yeah, they just reset everything. Everything should be fine now. They're going to rebuy their weapons. Let's see if they're going to pick up more incendiary grenades. That could be the case. And at least this time they have 4 smokes.
I would like to see a deep incendiary grenade towards T middle, and then afterwards double flashbangs into banana to just clear out any close corners, and obviously a smoke to just secure banana early on.
That can definitely work out. Let's see, as now both teams should be ready to jump into the game. Let's check out that's going to be the case. At the moment they're going to head, where's going to be Team Red Eye heading? Are they going to try to establish the banana dominance themselves?
I mean, there's 3 players towards B. XGR eSports are definitely taking this banana control. As ZAL already finding one, has spotted the second player. Grasner burning down in flames. The other player will be tagged. That is Flunk going down, and in T middle still Brax losing a few health points. Now XGR eSports just do not. There's no reason to push any further.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing.
They already did so much. ZAL with those repeaks, having that kind of confidence to stay there as well. Really good showing. It shows like XGR eSports are not phased by any of those rounds that Team Red Eye has gained.
Yeah, and obviously now Komiano with the Mac 10 looking to see if he can find anything here towards a site. And I like how XGR eSports have taken a super passive approach. They understand that all they need is information. They don't even need to go and try and get these remaining fights. They just need to force Team Red Eye, well, the remaining 2 players, to find any sort of entries or kills here. Now Krasner will be eventually able to deal with Komiano there, and that is going to be leaving only Brax alive. He has found one and does know that ZAL with the AVP is peeking into banana, and obviously he doesn't have any utility to use here. So he really needs to pick his battles. I don't think he's actually going to be going for this round. I mean, it would be insanity, in my opinion, to go for it. As well, now you can do it. ZAL has gone down in banana, but Brax, that 1.5-second delay prevents him from being simultaneously here as Krasner is. And Krasner still taking a passive approach. That flashback does scare him away. Brax throws away the AVP as soon as he realizes he's being pushed.
Good job, at least, because XGR eSports were looking to save that one. That's not going to be the case, so no up for them in this round. At least small victory for Team Red Eye in that one. As you said, Brax left at these situations. It looks like he really knows how to approach it.
Yeah.
Being slow, being passive at some points, being aggressive when it's needed. So let's see if that's going to continue on throughout the game. As Maxwell with this grenade won't deal. Okay, dealing only 4 health damage to Flunk. As you can see already in the second middle, 3 players have pushed through. But one more time, Team Red Eye are not too eager to get control of any position. It's XGR eSports who get that control faster. Only the apartments. I'm always curious, as I always see teams who are winning, they have the control of the apartments. But ZAL here one more time has gone huge, taking down 2 players. You can see the Molotovs being dropped down. Now action is going to happen in banana. 2 players from B side already rotating back towards A. As we can see, as 2 players are trying to get into that one. But now 3 against 5 situation, just 2 lucky 1-on-1 duels, and everything should be fine for the side of Team Red Eye. But let's see if they can manage to get them. As we can see, 3 players are going to be towards the A site. Krasner with this position will get a lot of information if Momzal decides to push through. You can see they're pretty slow about this approach. It's going to be Momzal peeking out. I believe Krasner did shoot out at least once there. Giving away his position.
And once again, you can see that instantly, as soon as they have the man advantage, or even 2 here, XGR eSports are taking a super passive approach, forcing the terrorists to come in really deep into the site. And Knight with a quick cleanup there, as always, shaking his crosshair around the whole screen. Why not? I mean, if it works.
Well, that is his style, and I guess it's working for him, although he's not too good in the standings, I have to say. But in this situation, Momzol did a great job. He found a player in the graveyard, but the 3 players that were pushing out from short or apps, they were way too slow with their approach, as the Knight had time to peek towards long, get that kill, and still stay alive, while the players from short didn't even make it there.
Yeah, so a slight, perhaps, mistake coming out there on their side, as the apartments now are going to be taken by Team Red Eye here. Zenki also, Maxwell needs to step it a bit closer in order for Zenki to be able to capitalize on that situation, because Maxwell definitely needs to be first point of contact here. But as I say that, Momzol will dink Knight there in the grave. He's trying to get into pit, but he will go down. Zila also has gone down in the process. Now Maxwell has found Mark Poise in the process, and Komiano is going to be the only man standing here, as both Zenki and Maxwell here towards A site are looking to see if they can spot the final player there.
And let's see how far Komiano goes with this one. He potentially could find a weapon that was dropped down. Okay, one was dropped down in the graveyard, so probably no luck there. Komiano got the kill, I believe, towards Banana, where he as well won't find any luck at the moment. Of course, if he can't kill Krasner there. He's actually going to be Maxwell going down, but Zenki with an instant frag back. That was way too close there.
That was... I wish I would have seen that from the point of view of Maxwell. I didn't really understand. Did the barrel obscure his vision, or what's the case? Because he should have gotten that kill definitely there, and especially considering the Komiano didn't even have an armor.
Yeah, exactly, as well. So he managed to get the headshots, and luckily for him, there was Zenki to trade things up. As Brax has missed the first player crossing over, you can see one more time, the Banana control will be taken over by the CTs, it looks for now. Although with this Molotov being dropped down, Flunk can definitely go for a bit more information here. But the Molotov will be dropped in, he has to get back. Will he get back? He gets back with almost all 100 HP, but he's staying in the smoke. Staying in the smoke is now Zenki's going to push on forward. Flunk could potentially find a kill. He's going to peek out and he's going to get one kill. He's going to look for the second one. Almost finds it, as there's going to be Zila with the op. Has to be careful as 2 players are pushing him, and this could be the dominance that we were talking about from the T side. But Zila managed to get away with 1 HP. Instantly calls for rotation from Krasner. We can see he's going to be the next guy for contact here in this scenario. And since XGR eSports were a bit too slow... Oh, sorry, they're switched the sides.
Yeah, so XGR...
In the nick, you can see at the top. On the left side we see XGR, and the right side there's Team Red Eye. The team names are wrong on the overlay.
Ah, great.
Yeah, just so we know. Just so we know. So already Team Red Eye has got some advantage here, especially with Zila being on 1 HP, but they're going to push towards that A site. So let's see how this one's going to work out, as Knight now with the flashbang should flash everyone. He's going to go for the spray down, but doesn't even get one. Maxwell finding one, the second one, looking for the third, but he leaves him only with 15 HP. And that allows Team Red Eye to plant the bomb now and take the site.
Okay, so Krasner with Zila was sitting on 1 HP here. I think it's quite clear here that they're not going to be going for this retake, as Krasner, failing to find any early kills here, does look to be tempted to go for it. I mean, at this stage, just let it go, man. Wait for exits.
Yeah, but they're still trying to go for it. As Zila has found Komiano in the pit, I believe. Brax killing off Zila. He spots the player, and he knows where the other player is. He knows that he has the op.
This is doable.
This is definitely doable. Krasner just needs to find the right position, but he has the time. He has the fuse kit. And I can see he's gonna go get into the side. It's gonna be Brax peeking out, looking for a kill, and he's gonna find a quick flick onto Krasner, making this game tied up as Team Red Eye get the round. This is a great moment, actually.
It was a weird round.
It was.
Like, the retake itself was just a bit weird. I mean, Krasner had a... well, obviously, that small play he made towards pit, where he stood on the ledge to see if he can get, like, some sort of off angle on the AVP. Whilst, okay, obviously, he's not going to peek you.
Yeah.
So you just need to instantly go for a fake defuse in that situation and see if you can force him out in the open. So, I mean, it was doable for sure there. Martpois missing that spray, and Maxwell will find the kill. Now you can see Komiano looking to see if he can secure this AK, and he will be able to do so, as with the help of Momzol, they will clear out apartments close here. So that leaves only 3 XGR eSports players alive. And
oh yeah, now it's fixed.
Magic.
Now it's fixed. Good job, whoever did that. And let's just see now, one more time, Team Red are going to look to hit this A site. More or so it looks like this is their lucky site. On B side, they haven't found too much luck. Zila will hear tons of information here. Now with this 5-7, with that smoke drop down, he can't really push through it, but he will anyways, as Zenki's going to be in the side with the op. He's going to find one. He needs to look for the second, he's going to miss the opportunity, and Flunk's going to take him down. As now the op is going to take down Zila as well. Only Krasner remaining in this stage. He should just save. He has tons of utility that he can use towards B, banana, as before he has done. One more grenade or a flashbang and already the XGR eSports will manage to take the control of banana there.
Well, in the next following round, Krasner is going to be the only person with a solid weapon, so I'd say leave him solo B, and actually, yeah, leave him solo B and let him expose himself early on, and then act in order to bait the enemy opponents into A side where you should have 4 people standing. Because like with the utility that Krasner is going to have, he can definitely hold back B for a while.
Yeah.
And if he just sprays through the smoke a bit there, that should be enough information for Red Eye to understand that he was the only guy who was saved. So they're like, okay, we have the rifle on B. Defending it, meaning that they have only pistols towards A, so you're going to be heading there most likely. And afterwards, I mean, even like a small rotation and the switch up might go through, and like one of the players from A could go B if there's no fast execute coming out from Red Eye here. And this should be a composed round coming out from them. Definitely shouldn't be rushing into things here. All things considered, their team Red Eye do have the opportunity to reset XGR eSports economically here.
Yeah, let's see. ZAL with this close angle with the Deagle might not get lucky as the flash did come through, but Mamzel instantly is going to delete him with the op. One more player rotation is going to be called towards the B side. As we can see, Massel's friend Knight did die towards middle. And one more time, see Red Eye going with the slow approach as Maxwell will be found in the A apartments by Comiano. And that leaves 2 players towards the B side and 3 A side for Team Red Eye, and they quickly read it and they're going to head towards that side.
Yeah, so didn't really work out for XGR eSports, but once again, I can't really say that they've shown any sort of collective approach towards this round. They just went 3A, 2B, and that is pretty much it. ZAL also having the Deagle with that sort of flashbang over, knowing that there might be players extremely close, definitely not a fan. So for now, honestly, this is what I was afraid of. XGR eSports going down to the level of Team Red Eye and then struggling against them.
Yeah.
When they're also on the same level they can be, same as Lithuania and so on.
Yep,
so
exactly.
It's just a weird position here. Krasner does manage to find Mark Boys there in the process, but once again, Comiano does come out on top, and
Zinki's here with this position. I don't think he's going to spot anyone. Quite potentially Flunk could run into his crosshair, but nope, he's going to be killed off by the bomb explosion. So 6-4. We're going to see one more time the Byron come out from XGR eSports, and there's no AWP. It felt like AWP was the thing that was giving them edge, either on Zenki or on ZAL. You can see here their money situation is quite bad after these few rounds, and hopefully Team Red are going to keep eye on that one as well, as they're even going to go for the double up setup on C side, which I'm not too big a fan of at this stage.
Yeah, so double op setup is definitely overkill for Team Red Eye. I mean, things are working out for you currently. Why would you do such a switch up? I don't know. I mean, perhaps they are expecting on this buy round for XGR eSports to push, and so they could get easy kills and then afterwards play off of that. But still, obviously the AVP players should be the ones that are making first contact here in actual peaks, looking to find entries, because like if you have 2 of them, might as well abuse the fact and see if you can find a free kill. Yeah,
exactly. Let's see, they're slowly posted up towards this A side. But now with this flashbang they could move out towards A, but it looks like at the moment they're just trying to fake this one, although with the bomb there. And Mamzel not doing too much towards B, as he still has some nades, and he could try to fake this one out. It's going to be all on Zenki here now from long to make this one count, as the players are not going to push out forward. With this flashbang, he'll manage to get himself back in a safe position. As you can see, there it looks like they all want to push towards long here. Or for all 4 players, as here's going to find the player Mark Boys.
Oh my god!
Even finding Flunk. That leaves only 3 players alive from the side of Team Red Eye. And the slow approach does not work out. As good job from Zenki, fighting 2 players through the smoke.
Yeah, and Knight with that flashbang towards long has slowed Team Red Eye even more down, as now Mamzel looking to see if he can find anyone, but that is going to be Knight finding him in return. Comiano now giving away his position in apartments. Brax with that Molotov towards pit. I think they only know about one of the players. Obviously the bomb is being down, down on the ground towards archway there, so both of these Red Eye players are going to be saving. But on Inferno, having already 6 rounds with the potential of adding at least another 2. Easy game. And once again, Caster's Curse. Funny stuff, isn't it? Amazing.
Yo. Yeah, but why doesn't it follow me? Why it only follows you?
Because I'm so lucky.
You're so lucky. Yeah, that could be the case. that could be the case. But let's see now. 5-6. There is up finally on XGR eSports side. Zenki managed to retrieve that one. Team Red Eye, they still have the money, and a technical pause will come through one more time. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Do you have any kind of information in your magical computer?
Nothing relating towards this match.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean... Oh, yeah, speaking of vetoes we were talking about beforehand.
Yeah.
So, apparently ESEA's veto system is currently the same, meaning that you will not be able to find information about what the actual bans are.
Well, there is no bans, as this system is like you just rank the maps from which you want to play the most. You put it in first place, the second place, the third place, and you go all the maps like that. And the last place is going to be insta ban.
Yeah. And
the rest of the maps still can be picked.
Well, anyway, basically all of the information that anyone might find should be on HLTV. And if you are not on there, or your matches are not on there, you're going in there blindfolded. And once again, knowing this, coming back into the previous topic about mod sports, they might abuse that, as Brax already has found Krasner here, and ZAL has given away his position. That Nate, though, not finding much.
Yeah, in that case, definitely. As we can see already, the rotation has come towards the B site, and only one player has been left towards A. So if Comiano managed to find Maxwell, there's going to be 3 A sites, with, of course, a possibility Knight to rotate in. And here at this stage, Team Red Eye, having only 4 players on the enemy side, they need to try to do a fake here.
Yeah, so
they need to catch out some rotations.
Comiano with the flashbang is obviously going to cause some movement here coming up from Maxwell, but that single flashbang is not going to be enough, and that's definitely not how you fake out A. I will show you afterwards on our Samsung Flipboard how you can do it.
Okay, but let's see, can Zenki find kills as he's gonna find flank. Look for the next one, and they're just going in one by one. They're doing a mistake, and ZAL managed to find a kill. Looking for the last one as well. Bombzil is gonna go down, only Comiano remaining, and he's gonna go through CT to find these kills, and he could potentially find instantly Knight here if he's just careful enough. Why would you go in a knife within your hands in this situation? As he's not gonna find Knight. Knight's gonna survive at 19 HP. It's gonna be 6-6. The game one more time tied up.
And once again, what am I watching?
Yeah, this is really back and forth. As already said, it feels like both teams at the moment have struggled.
Here's my problem with Team Red Eye's approach in this round is everything was going just fine for you, and suddenly they just decide to some sort of switch-ups. Like, don't do switch-ups if the thing that you're doing is working.
Yeah.
For the most part. Definitely not on this level, okay?
Yeah.
Where there's other scenarios where that might be required in order to see if you can gain further advantage. But so far, when the point difference is essentially within 2-3 rounds, don't. You can still do your thing. Zenki now failing to find the kill. Monzo will go down to Glocks.
Yes, exactly. Monzo finds one more. So let's see, as we're going to try to push along here as well. Krasner's going to be there with the M4. And we talked about that he needs to shine. So if they're going to push long, he needs to get to find all those kills. As you can see, 3 players are posted up towards the A side, with Maxwell being in the graveyard. So in the push from the apartments won't help Team Red Eye at this stage. But with that up, it's going to be Knight finding the kill onto Flunk. The position quite off angle. Krasner pushing in, finding 2, finding 3 in the end, and cleaning the house. Team Red Eye is out, and at the moment 7-6 as they're going to head into potentially their last buy round here in this half.
I'm just face palming.
Yeah, that's quite understandable. Do you have anything to add here?
Boost up the AVP on the roof for the small ledge to see if you can get pit.
Okay, yeah. I think they'll do that.
It's just like, come on! I mean, they do great stuff in one round and then complete trash in the other one. It's like, what the hell?
There isn't a consistency.
No, there's no consistency, and definitely in either of those teams. There's actually a double AVP setup coming out from XGR eSports, and this is somewhat justifiable here on the CT side. Just the fact that on the CTs you want to get a quick kill and be able to survive to fight for the next one. Obviously now Comiano once again close towards these apartments. I mean, he hasn't found too much success apart from being able to throw flashbangs over the roof.
Yeah, At the moment, he has not. And here as well, Maxwell speaking towards his angle. I thought that if he gets the timing right, managed to get those 2 kills, it could really work out. As Zenki is even going to push into middle, is going to look for a kill here, which could be a huge mistake, and he manages to get away in time, but he was spotted. So they know that this one player is towards long.
Okay, Knight should be able to spot the player here any second. If he decides to move any closer, the grenades will come through. Knight with that shot will give away his position in short, but of course falling back now. Zenki does manage to find Momzal and actually goes for the second peek in that situation.
And still finds Komiano.
How is that a kill?
No idea, but it's going to be now Team Red Eye moving towards the B side where 2 players are still posted up. Now the smokes are going to come through. Zila with the op. Krasner waiting in. The side is here. Zila does not get the timing right. All the flashbangs are going to come through. The Molotov as well. They need to run away. They ran into a trap essentially here. But there's an edge there on that smoke, which is not put down perfectly, but Flunk will find Zila. Krasner now in the side. You can see the rotation from Giris was already started. Krasner was not spotted. They're not even checking the deep end of the side. The bomb's going to be dropped down. Only Brax remaining towards Ruins as he's going to find one, but instantly Zenki comes in and cleans the house. At what point looked so good for Team Red Eye there, but they were not checking the site.
They...
Yep.
Basic CS. Check your corners, man. They had another 16 seconds on the clock. You need 4 to plant the bomb. So you have 12 seconds to clear the site, at least to make sure that you can plant the bomb. They just smoked CT, so they're not going to...
The smoke is not going to
dissipate. Yeah, so... I don't know. Zenki does find once again Komiano here, and will... add any more on top. Brax almost finding Maxwell there in a dangerous way how to deploy the smoke towards middle. Now Momzo finding another 2 and is backwards and forwards with these 2 teams. Now Momzo and Markpoist is pretty much on their shoulders to carry it. Flunk with the Mac 10. I would not be expecting him to be able to do much here, as there's still 2 AVPs and a Krasner on the M4 for XGR eSports here, as this is the final round. So they definitely need to go for this. They have the fuse kits, and ZAL already has managed to find Momza. Question is, will Flunk be checked?
Flunk won't be checked as he's going to kill off Krasner. Now Marpo is waiting inside. Has to be careful as there is one player in the apartments. We see Zenki still trying to peek out, still trying to find this information. But now with Flunk being on the backline, Zenki, he can't find the kill. Only Zila remaining, and Marpo manages to save this one. 8-7. The T side for Team Red Eye was exceptionally good. 7 rounds, I believe, is quite enough to be successful in the other side.
I wouldn't say exceptionally good. It was okay, and it worked out.
Yeah, but like on Inferno, you were expecting like 6, 5, 4 rounds to be on the board for T side.
They had the opportunity of having at least like 10.
Yeah, but they did throw it away.
So anyway, obviously, gaining still 7 rounds on the terrorist side is a pleasant sight to behold, and also, of course, for XGR eSports, a lot higher mountain to climb. As Komiano now will go down, but somehow does manage to find Knight still in the process there. It didn't even look like a kill is going to happen. Flunk will be tested, and he will go down. Question is, do XGR eSports check their corners? No, they don't, as the bomb is going to be planted, but Zila will come out on top. Markpoist looking to deny that, of course, and Momzal now battling it out in Banana with Zenki. Good idea from Zenki to stick around towards that edge of the smoke, but slightly too early there, as Momzal still doesn't have a defuse kit, so he still needs to find these 1v1s. Zila missing those 2 there, but I think that was because of that ledge on the left-hand side. Yeah,
that could be the case as well, and Zila got 4 kills in that round, so great start for XGR eSports on the T side. If they manage to win the Byron here as well, the game should be theirs. At the moment we can see the players standing out, Momzo with Brax on the side of Team Red, and on the other side Zila together with Zenki. 15 and 14 kills on their side. So the AWP players have been really successful in this one.
So far, yes, for sure. I mean, Brax has been impactful, but I'm more surprised about Momzal, as now Krasner with the Mac 10 will find Markpoist already in Banana, and Flunk once again in the same position currently now with a Deagle in hand. Is expecting any sort of B push of happening, but it actually looks like it's going to be a double fake now, as 4 of the XGR eSports players are heading towards A, looking to cause a lot of havoc here, and Maxwell does find Momzo.
Oh, Momzo not going to be happy about that. Once only 2 players are now left to defend this A side. Brax together with Komiano. Komiano already has 1 kill that he found towards second middle there in the T house. they're gonna push this A side. So Command has to be pretty careful about not being spotted by ZAL and instantly finding a kill towards short here. That's gonna be the case, as Krasner's gonna find the edge of him. He's gonna find the kill. Maxwell with the next one, and only Flunk remaining with that deagle in his hands. And he could quite potentially find a weapon if he's gonna go towards the T apartments, because I think, I'm not sure if there was an AK drop there.
No, he definitely has information about a weapon availability there, so he's just heading there straight on.
Ninja Esports, they're not even checking that kind of opportunity. They're not putting anyone in the apartments. Do you think they should?
Well, it's a bit risky. The only person that you would put up there is someone with the Mac 10s, obviously. Because if Flunk does manage to find a kill in that situation, you don't want to give away the AK.
And that was a Jahl drop down.
Yeah, I mean, for Red Eye, the remainder of their team is still going to be on an economical round. So there's just one Galil, and if XGR eSports, I would say at this stage, just you pre-nade banana and rush it down.
Okay.
Just make sure that the Mac 10s are the first ones entering the site, and if everything hits south with 2 players having Mac 10s in hand there, if they don't get at least 2 kills, just do not proceed.
Yeah, do you think Flunk should be alone on B side? They're all even gonna go for a stack. I thought Flunk with the Jahl could be the guy holding B.
Well, it's once again for the terrorists. If they get surprised with these pistols, and even if they manage to get them down, there's still a rifle behind them. Now, as I say that, Knight does find 2 kills with the Mac 10. Zenki adds 2 of his own, and Momzel now retrieving the Galil, but is on 10 HP, and he was spotted. So you can see Zenki is just going to be clearing out every corner here, as Momzel with the Galil might just find Maxwell. That is the bomb down, but still, Krasner, Mac 10 comes out on top. Good fire rate on that weapon, obviously.
Yep.
And somehow it seems that the Mac 10 is always attracted towards heads.
Yeah, it kind of helps you get those kills. Let's see now. Only one op is going to come out in the hands of Team Red Eye. On the other side, still a Mac 10 there. And Maxwell trying to pick up the op. Want to see where he brings that one. It's going to be either B or in the middle. He's just going to stick with the middle. As we can see, none of the players who have the op on the side of Team Red Eye will head towards that position. Although now Momzel, he does need to overstep this one. This is quite an okay angle, but it could be too late if you are being rushed. You can't really get back from that one. So ZAL is going to be pretty safe about this one. ZAL, the only guy towards the A sites. This is something we see from most of the teams. If they decide to try to take banana control, they put 4 players there and 1 player in apartment just to catch off their rotations. Or potentially he could be the backstabber in that scenario.
Yeah, so as long as XGR eSports hold it out a bit here, and ZAL doesn't even need to go for anything huge here. He can just show any presence, but he does have utility. I'd suggest using it perhaps towards short. You could bounce it off the wall there.
Yeah.
Smoke it off, throw a flashbang there just to make the guy who's playing in long a bit nervous. And then even afterwards, you can try and see if you can do any sort of delayed havoc with that.
Oh, Zenki did spot the player, but who was it? I believe, yeah, that was Flunk dealing more damage to Zenki. So 12 HP left on this guy. You can see the bomb still yet to decide to which side to go to. And you can see the rotations already started towards the B side, but they're going to hit A side right now. But one more time, they're being a bit too slow, and that also asks for Brax to come back to A side.
Momzel, not this position with the op. He will be able to find one, but that was extremely risky to come out here, considering there was only one other player at the time towards the A bomb site. That was Comiano there. So now the execute sort of does start, as Knight will be found, and that is going to be the bomb on the ground. Still 3 players just sitting in middle.
Yeah, this looks like they have switched places, like XGR eSports now playing like Team Red Eye. The same thing, they managed to find an information, they managed to fake it, but they slow things down, and in the process they lose the round in the end. Like, it feels like they can't make a decision that fast. Yeah, we heard that. We heard that. We heard your laugh. But let's just see how this one's going to continue on, as Maxwell will still have the op in his hands. The other side of Team Red Eye, Momzel is going to pick it up, and let's see, one more time. Yes, he's going to go towards short, just as he did before. Really like from time to time when the op player goes into the apartments, goes for aggressive peek, where he could potentially, if he has a good spawn, could catch out the enemy player off guard. But Momzel is going to go for the aggressive peek, and Maxwell comes out on top. Now instantly they know that there's going to be only 2 players on the A side and 2 on B. They're going to hit the B side instantly, with Flunk and Markboys being there. Let's just see. One more time, they slow things down, so at least they get out the utility from Team Red Eye. Instantly information as well, what kind of weapons are in that site, how far they are. leaving one player there, but they still have bomb left down there.
At this stage, XGR Esports, to secure the round, I would say 3 players should have just gone through towards A and just make sure they take control of this middle area. And then afterwards, they can gather themselves and go back towards B, leaving only one man to flank and see if he can get into Archway.
Yeah, that could have worked out, but let's just see how this one's going to pass through. As this is going to be, it looks like the A side hit. The Molotov does not push back the T player too far. And Comiano is going to have to find it first, as Knight has been really great at the moment with his entry frags. Now the flashbang is going to come through. Brax, can he peek out? Will he even peek out? He's going to peek out. He's going to find Zila. That's already a huge thing done, as Comiano, I believe, spotted a player towards short. Spotted Knight as well. He's going to take him down. Another player in the side, Brax. Will he be spotted? He will be spotted. He will be taken down. But Comiano still going huge, finding Maxell and leaving the situation 2-on-2 with Mark Boyce and Flunk for the retake. Well, with this smoke being there, they have to slow things down. They have to go both together. You can see Krasner with the AWP is in the site. He's going to check out if he can spot the library position, as both players are going to come from that position in particular. Zenki does not spot anyone. He now spots the players, but he can't find the kill. And Krasner has to take good position. He's going to find Mark Boyce, only Flunk remaining here. So at this stage, Zenki just has to hide. When Krasner is going to spot the player, Zenki peeks out and gets the kill. And this should be a really easy one for XGR Esports. And Team Red Eye player Flunk realizes that. So he's just going to go back and go save this weapon, and that as well looks like it's going to be an economical reset for the side of Team Red. They only will be able to buy up some pistols in the next round.
Yeah, so coming out into this next round, I'd like to see actually the same approach that XGR Esports did just now at the beginning of the round. Just be extremely careful early on, see if you can bait out any extra utility that the CTs might have, and then afterwards see what you can do with it. Maxell here actually should go for an SMG, but he's going to go for the AK. I mean, he should have gone for the SMG, knowing that most likely there is an economical round, and off the back of that, he could have gotten a bit more money back there, but once again, pinpricking there.
Yes, let's see now. Zila does spot a player towards long, but instantly the player is going to back off, as Knight has found one player in the apartments. So Comiano with his aggression was not rewarded. We can see 2 players in the CT. Marcos with a CZ on this flower pot boost. Well, let's just see. It's going to be actually Flunk pushing out. Maxell's going to take him down, but Maxell left with only 11 HP. That should be an easy kill for Mark Boyce. Has to get back, as the players are definitely going to prefer the angle. Left with 19 HP as he was trying to find a weapon. No luck there, but it's going to be 3-4 retake, and potentially a lot of damage could be dealt by Team Red Eye at this stage.
And Mark Boyce pushing through this smoke will find his doom most likely, as he's looking to deny the bomb plant. Of course, Krasner already expecting it. Momzel somehow does manage to find Zenki there. Zila finds Brax through a clipping of a wall or some sort, meaning only Momzel will be left alive here with 22 HP. And no, that's a highlight.
No way, because he was just randomly spraying and one bullet managed to hit the head of the player. That's quite lucky for Krasner.
That's a highlight.
So 13-8, we're gonna see this.
You know
now.
the thing that I'm upset about from XGR Esports taking that B site?
What exactly?
Still, and that is not just for XGR Esports, but for most teams here in BSL, they don't check for that boost ever. It's like everyone does it, nobody checks it. What do you mean?
It's like, oh, at most we're gonna just lose one player. Why peek there? Why cancel you out from peeking in the sites where players
remember,
usually hide?
he always gets like 2 kills in that position. So you want to check that one.
Let's just see now. XGR Esports have put it through 3 players towards the A side, 2 players towards B, so they're switching things up at the moment, not being too aggressive towards the B side, at least in the matter of player counts, a bit more aggressive towards the A house. As we can see already, there's going to be Zila checking here. Knight now can switch things up and as well move from his position. And I really like, at the moment, it feels like XGR Esports have the team's chemistry going. They need to have it happen at the end of the game where everything lines up.
Well, this is a very crucial point for them. This is where you start closing out the match, and you must not absolutely lose this round or the next following one. Otherwise, you are going to be in deep trouble. So, Team Red Eye also are going to be interested to see if they can win this one with the maximum amount of people alive. Momzel already does find Zila towards the apartments here. As Comiano will spot out Zenki, and this smells like trouble for XGR Esports, as now Krasner, a lone man here, making noise already towards B, looking to see if they can find any sort of entry. Mark Boyce walking through the smoke, and he might actually... Oh, this could have worked out so good for him, spraying through the smoke.
So much
he does
damage
deal
dealt.
damage, yes, but Flunk will be taken down here. And Martboys should not be rushing with this one. Just wait for your team. There is only one flashbang, and that is on him.
That's exactly. Let's see now. Knight, he's going to throw with the grenade. How much damage he'll do? He's got a lot of damage to Momzol and Brax. You see, one more time the players are going to be boosted up. It's going to be Knight checking in there. We're trying to double peek. Brax is not going to stay alive. As now Martboys comes out from the ruins, but only Kamiano is left alive. And instantly Maxel with 3 kills there. I believe all 3 were headshots. 14th round is there for XGR eSports. Looked way too close at one point, but Team Radar were not able to retake the site even without any like smokes being dropped down. They couldn't even push in.
And Martboys with that play, pushing through the smoke and then afterwards going back, actually doomed Flunk in the side because there was no help available. And instantly, whilst hearing Martboys falling back, the terrorists pushed the site together, found the one player, and then afterwards were able to just hold the site. So in that situation, if you already start a play like that, I mean, in that specific situations, you definitely need to see it through. Because otherwise, you're just dooming your teammate.
Yeah. He had the opportunity. I believe there weren't too many flashes coming through.
Is Maxwell alone with the AVP in middle? Please, can anyone tell me?
Well, Zenki did manage to run the pass here in the second middle, but you can see Maxwell almost going down, but Zenki comes in to help and save the day. As Kamiona also goes down, only Mamzel remaining in the A side, bomb yet to be picked up. As we can see, Team Red players are already rotating towards the A side. At least one of them is going to be all on Mamzel here to find the kills, but his position will be definitely checked and he'll be taken down as now Martboys pushes in. Zenki with the kill and only Flunk remaining at this stage and will only save his weapon as he was the only guy forced up completely in this round. As it's just Team Red Eye looking for the round difference.
Yeah. So Red Eye, they're going to have some utility, but it's going to be like a single smoke and a flashbang or some sort.
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to have too many diffuse kits on their side. Flunk now. Knight? Hello? Shoot? Yep. I mean, he checked the corner. It was one of those scenarios where you sort of expect the guy to be there, but you are in your head already thinking about a different corner that's coming up, and then afterwards you sort of check it, and you could have killed him, but you were just like potato, then just like the guy gets it.
Actually, the sound describes it perfectly.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel like when I die in those situations. Like, yeah, sure, he's there, obviously, because I was checking. Anyway, now Brax, one of the last hopes here on the side of Red Eye, and as I said, at Martboys already, we'll find Zenki, but Zila will tag down Kamiano in return here. As you can see, there are still 3 players towards B here, and Zila now finally doing as I said, does smoke off B short, and just that nade presence alone could be one of the reasons why any sort of rotation might be happening. But Team Red Eye are not going to be falling for it and just going to remain 2 and 2 on the actual sites. And so far, I would say definitely this is the right call. Now, Flunk does decide to fall back here, and I feel like in that position, really need to be careful. Momzel only has a incendiary grenade. Brax does find Knight in the process, and a very crucial pickup as now it's the numbers game.
I thought Funk's already going to push through the smoke there to find the kill.
No, not 4v3. Please don't tell me any of the CTs are going to be actually pushing. They're deep in the sites. They're deep in the sites, so it's fine.
And that was the same case in the beginning of the round as well. And I want to point out, Team Red Eye, their banana control has been awful. They haven't put in almost any work to hold it. That allows XGR eSports to do these quick rotations and feel safe doing them. And instantly hitting the sides. So this is going to be B side hit here. Mamzel now with the M4 has to spot the first player. The off player pushing in. He's not going to find a kill. He's going to find 2 kills in the end, as only ZAL remains here now. But he's going to be pushed down, and Flunk is going to take him down with that Mag 7. 2 ops there, 15-9, and you don't too happy about this approach.
Well, one by one, and then afterwards only 3 people remaining, and then it's just bad.
Yeah, it was bad. This kind of allows Team Red Eye to actually close out the round difference, as that as well could be important in the standings. I'm not quite sure how many rounds in minus they have, as they should have minus rounds. Minus round difference. Let's see, Zenki, can he potentially find a player here who's peeking? But no, Brax finds the head of Zenki there.
Oh, I'm starting to have flashbacks of XGR eSports not being able to close it out at this stage. Oh my god, this definitely starts to look like it.
Yeah, this could be the case. Let's see if that's going to continue on here.
as now Zila is looking to find some kind of opportunity here towards the apartments. And let's see how aggressive they'll be here, with Marco sitting on short, trying to check this position. And yes, the round difference, yeah, it's pretty bad for the side of Team Red, so they need to close this one out.
So
minus 32.
They're going to be going as a single unit here, meaning they're going to try and trade it out, as Brax will fall back towards the library area with that AVP. Now that flashbang coming up from Zila also will cost him his life, as Kamiano does manage to find him. And now falling back towards the actual site. Obviously the terrorists heard him, but that was actually Brax
finding the kill, and now
Kamiano
spotted them both.
They line up.
Only Knights remaining, 1v4 in this scenario here, but instantly Brax with the AWP. It feels like they know that the AWP is there, but they still go so slow in these kind of corners.
Why are they so slow? I mean, you just lost a person, okay. You gathered yourselves to get onto the actual site. Fair enough. Zila goes down in the apartments. That's it. That's your go sign. Like, you go now. And in that situation, even with the smoke and everything, they were still going one by one. One's going forward. One's like, nah, I'll just go peek, I don't know, middle, or see if anyone's fighting. It's just like, just go. That's all you need to do in that situation. Just get into the site and establish yourself first there, then you'll worry about the flank.
I like this approach by XGR eSports on a pistol round. They're gonna go for the smokes and the flashbangs as well. Those going through, they're gonna run into the A side now, but with Molotov they have to get back. The smoke will distinguish it, and they can go for the second try. It's gonna be out for Kamiano now to get the kills, as he's supposed to play towards the pit. He will get one. He's looking for the second one. Only Zinky remaining. He's towards long, but he's gonna be spotted. And Team Red Eye with no issues.
There was a team flashbang coming in.
That was a team flashbang.
Yeah, XGR eSports flashed 2 of their players, and that's why they didn't find the player in pit.
Great job. Quite unfortunate that these things still happen. Well, let's just see if this is going to continue on, as this is going to be a crucial round for XGR eSports, because if they lose this one, they're going to give it the chance for Team Red to actually go to the overtime here. So they need to make these AKs and these duty that have counts. I'll let you see their approach. So 4 players towards Banana, which is what they did before, putting Zeal in the apartments. It has worked out before. They just need to find out the first kills, and Flunk, this time he needs not to mess up the situation that he had before. And now this shoulder peeking, even peeking out, checking if he can spot any of the players, as you already expected. XGR eSports are just gonna wait for Team Red Eye's mistakes at this stage.
Yeah. So well, Krasner now, I believe he just heard Brax there beforehand, so that's why he was shoulder pre-peeking there and trying to pre-fire that angle. Brax, a lone man holding middle here, as the help from short is relatively passive here. And I'm sad to see that Red Eye haven't decided to, sitting on the scoreline of 15-11 currently, to boost up anyone in short. Yeah. Either on the roof, or on the flower pot, or on one of the balconies.
Yeah, they haven't done that. I think there was a player on one of the balconies at one point, but that was it. So they're not too eager to put them on different levels to mess up the XGR eSports aim. And now they're going to push into the side flank instantly with the Molotov down, and now the M4 comes out. He's going to find 2 kills, almost 3, but the Molotovs are there. Mumzo, they're just in time, as only Zenki will remain here with 9 HP, and Brax is going to take him down.
Can't even.
What a hold by Team Red Eye. The Molotovs all in time. XGR eSports one by one pushing through, and V has lost it as he's just crushing his head. What is this? What has XGR eSports done to V? Why? But okay, that's the case here. Let's see, can they at least show some good plays here in this round? Maybe try to break the economy of Team Red Eye, but with this money that they have in the store, they should be able to buy the rest of the regulation time. And in that fact, the rest of the game is going to be overtime. They will have the money. So let's see their approach. One more time, we're going to try to hit this B site. Putting smoke here and everything else. And if they check this boost zone, they should be, their side should be an easy take, because they're going to move in. They're not checking. It's going to be Mumzo with 1 kill. Mumzo with 2, Flank with 2 more. As only Krasnell will remain. And okay, I'm even now mad that they are not checking that position.
No, why would you, right? It's not like everyone is always there.
Yeah, in the center most definitely. And even like Flunk there as well. Mumzo with 2 kills, Flunk with 2 kills. Instant shutdown without even smoke going down. And oh my god, what am I seeing?
What?
Is that real?
What exactly? A tactical timeout.
Yes, from XGR eSports.
Weirdly enough, it says... Oh no, it says it correctly. I thought it was taking 3. I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. So, XGR eSports, happy days at the scoreline of 15-13, coming in from 15 to somewhat like, what?
15-8.
Yeah. Finally, a tactical timeout. Happy days. Well, it was a short one, so question is, let's see how does this look on the radar and see what we can figure out here, as they will purchase up rifles here and Krasner will be on the MAC-10. A lot of utility on their side, so they're would be expecting fakes come out. You can see these nades used towards middle aggressively and also pushing up close forward. There should be a fake as a rush, and the bomb should be going here B, as they're going to be looking to actually split it perhaps, but Brax
just going huge as he's found 2 kills. Flunk with the next one, rotating from B, only Knight remaining, and my goodness, it doesn't look like they can deal with Team Red Eye at this stage.
No, their idea with that whole amount of utility was to just take A faster.
Yeah, and they bought all the grenades that they could have. And they decided to push for it fast. And here, maybe he could potentially find a kill, as Knight is going to find Flunk. But still 3 players left alive and only 19 HP on him. As Komiano pushes out from the apartments, he's going to get the kill. And will this be an overtime? Or will this be XGR eSports winning this one in regulation?
You can guess 3 times.
I am guessing 1 time. I'm going to say that this is going to be overtime. It has to be at this stage. But let's just see. Maybe they have something in store for us, XGR eSports, we haven't seen. But they should have already pulled it out.
I mean, if Red Eye lose now this round as well, I would be so upset in their position. Like coming back to like 14 rounds and then not being able to take it to overtime. So Krasner pre-firing the corner here through the wall, looking to see if he can deal any sort of extra damage for free, as the nade will be deployed by Komiano in apartments here, and Brax has taken some damage in middle there beforehand, probably by a grenade. By the sorts of the numbers on the damage side, the incendiary grenade will be instantly dropped as the smoke goes down here, but that only delays the push from XGR eSports, as they once again have gathered here, and it looks like they're going to try and jump out of apartments here as the bomb will be passed on. You can see already once again an incendiary grenade deployed here. Komiano, he just spotted the player as the short will be pushed. The flashback into short will not give any sort of advantage. Once again, just delaying. Brax now missing that shot, missing it once again. Krasner will find Komiano in pit here.
Do they know that there's a player in the smoke? They're gonna find a player in the side. There's still 1 player in the smoke, and he's gonna be spotted. He's gonna be taken down, and only 2 players remaining. Momzo with Flunk. This weird round goes in the favor at the moment of XGR eSports. It's not over, as Flunk has found Zila, still Knight and Krasner to be found, as now Mamzo is going to push forward, but with these smokes, it's going to be pretty tough for them to find anyone, and Knight has to be really careful about the timings when the smoke is going to be fading. He's going to take the position in the graveyard. It's going to be Krasner checking out long, Knight towards short. He's going to spot Flunk, only Mamzo remaining, and Krasner is going to find it. 16-14. Oh, that was way too close. So sorry for Team Red Eye. That should have been their game in the end there. XGR eSports managed to get it. And can you explain why are you doing this?
Why?
Yes.
Why? Well, here's the thing. This current retake that they were doing, so Flunk had a Molotov, he threw it towards default so nobody would peek. There was another the Molotov and at least 1, if not even 2 flashbangs on his teammate. So he could have used the second Molotov and either try bounce it off the wall to get closer to the side to make sure that the terrorist is not going to be strafing out and peeking him as he's going to be entering in. Also, having 2 flashbangs, please use them.
Yeah, at this stage, most definitely.
Use them in order to retake the round and actually see if you can secure yourself any sort of overtime. I mean, yay, XGR eSports won. I sort of kind of won the prediction game on this one. But I mean, in all honesty, at this stage, XGR eSports have just so much things to ponder upon. And I have so many things, just not things, so many questions.
Yes.
I would just like to hear, and well, if I was able to understand the communications, I would just like to hear the calls and the reasoning behind them, because I just, for the life of me, cannot understand.
The inside on that one could be pretty good.
15-8. Yep. Down to 15-14, and only then you secure a round, and definitely not because you took out the timeout there, because we all saw what happened there. That was like, So I was talking about that
Yes.
So hold this for me. Thanks. I was talking about the thingamajiggy, whatchamacallit. There is on Inferno, essentially, if you want to go and where is Inferno here? So if you want to go and fake A and then head into B, what most teams are doing essentially is they try to, let me just quickly set this, this is CT, don't need CT, I need terrorist, give me the terrorist. Okay. A-bomb site. So what a lot of teams are doing are putting down terrorist players somewhere around, okay, so they send one in apartments, somewhere here, and then he's making some sort of noise happening here or towards short, like using a smoke or a flashbang or something along the lines. When you have CT players, still, one guy is here, okay? Yeah. Then another one is, as we usually see, somewhere around here, and in the case of Red Eye, there's like also like a player in pit. So when there's a single guy, or even several people, trying to approach this map and not actually gain control of this area, like meaning not entering it and pushing these players back into the site, they are still not faking anything. Okay, what you want to have is like you want to first of all establish control here by smoking this area off, and then afterwards, if you can, like either a smoke in the archway or ideally actually a smoke here. Yeah. So the CT player from this position does not know if they're actually passing through archway. Is there anyone here? Are they going to pop flash through the actual smoke? That is going to put extra pressure from these players to also fall back, because if he goes down and there's one guy still insured, there's no chance. Means they're giving up this area. Once the CTs don't know what the hell is happening here, then you can go back into B. So, like, when the teams are approaching here, this is actually, like, if nobody knows the context, looks amazing. Thanks, Samsung. But, yeah, like, so without doing this, without actually getting into these positions, you're never really going to fake A unless you have some sort of insane setup in terms of smokes and alongside with flashbangs that looks like it's gonna execute from the off the bat. But it's not something I would be, in all honesty, expecting coming out from these teams. So, yeah. That's like a single round that you can try and abuse. So
exactly.
There we go.
So that's at the moment what's happening here for today. So we already have seen XGR eSports win. We still have 2 more games. So be sure to stick with us as we're going to head into a small commercial break.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Lešik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
You can take your time. You can choose your words. Let me down real easy. Let me down real easy. Well, I'm doing just fine. Because I caught your lies. You say that it's you, not me. Baby, now that I am free, I want my lips back, my time back, my words like when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break, the one that broke with your confession. With your confession. With your confession. I'ma let you speak. Let my silence reach. Babe, I'm real quiet. Babe, I'm real quiet. I am the calm inside the storm. And I am the peace inside the war. Your confessions took their toll. But baby, I am in control.
Hello and welcome back to Baltic Esports League Season 2. We're going to jump into the second game right now. So Mighty Wolves against Lithuania. Should be a fun one, and especially on Dust 2.
Yeah, so Mighty Wolves have been impactful on this map as well as Lithuania as well. I mean, and surely this should be a close match. As I mean, we just wrote down our predictions for the match,
Yep.
and I did write down that I think that Lithuania will be securing this one with a close game of 16-11. And your prediction was?
I'm going to continue on believing. I'm going to say Mighty Wolves are going to take this one 16-12.
Okay. Well, either way, it should be a close game here, and obviously we're going to be jumping live here soon enough as the players are readying up here, or are we readying up? What's happening?
I've typed ready every way I know, and they're still not starting. Hopefully they're going to pause in a moment.
Okay, well, quickly then, on the side of Lithuania, once again, Carcass is definitely going to be, and as well Butters. We've seen some being extremely impactful here. Also, Boo, a force to be reckoned with. Flaric and both Kukaho and Emis, I feel like those are the three players that are going to be really standing out here. Keen, individually, very good. Question is, how does it work out with his playstyle in Dust 2, where there's a lot of versatility and like you really need to coordinate yourself before you start to play out. And I mean, they've been playing slightly individually lately, so question is, does it bite them in the back? As the knife stabs are going backwards and forwards here, and it leaves only Butters remaining alive. He will go down. That's going to be Mighty Wolves picking it up, and can't even make a prediction as to which side they're going to go with. As
they more so feel like a CT-sided team in general.
What do you even mean?
What do I mean with that?
Yeah.
Like, their team composure and the way they play it fits more the CT side style more than the T side style. Like, they don't seem that aggressive, which usually is the like good quality of a terrorist.
Okay.
So at this stage, I feel like Mighty Wolves, yes, they're gonna start on the CT side, which is more favorable side for them. But you're thinking Dust 2, if you win the knife round, you can choose either side and still okay.
Yeah, it depends on what your team's position is on the map in general and how you will be approaching. As you can see, there's going to be 4 players from Lithuania heading towards long here, and they might spot out Emis, who's out in the open. He needs to survive, and he's trying to, but inevitably Karkas will take him down with that quick kill. They'll be falling back here as Flalic already with the flank. Ikas will find him, and once again a P250 in the first round. Love to see that, as Boo thinks Kokaho now down to 8 HP, and he's very well of the fact Butters already has found Keen also towards the A side, so it's just a clean A split coming out. Nobody on the side of Lithuania has gone down yet, and Dek is really the only man with any sort of health remaining standing here, as he's failing to find the kill as well. He will be pushed, he will go down, meaning left only Kokaho, 8 HP, and he's saving his armor.
Yes, he is saving his armor, which there's still 100 left of. He was tagged in the head, and this looks like a really strong start from Lithuania. I didn't feel like Mighty Wolves had too much chance. I want to know if they knew that there's going to be a player in the middle just because Emis was so late to the sites. When Karkas spotted the player just coming out from the CT, did he realize that someone's being boosted up in short?
Emis was boosting 2 people up in short. So afterwards, once he went out to get back into the site himself to be able to safely peek, because of the spawns that Lithuania had, and because 4 people instantly went towards long and just picked him, they found the timing where he was running up towards into the site. So just slightly unfortunate there for Emis, and that's really what started it off here in this round. Now once again with the scout, Kokaho trying to see, looked like tempted to see towards middle if he can find anything. Ikas with the Mac 10 and the flashbang coming out. Boo already will find Keen. Ikas will take down Emis, and that should be it for Flaric as well, leaving only Dek and Kokaho here. Dek will go down already. Kokaho with the scout will miss the shot, giving away his position as he's going to be triple peaked. He does find Ikas in the process, but quickly enough, Boo trades it back and shuts it down.
Yes, as we can see at the moment, Lithuania are looking too strong. They do have money situation on their hand now, as one more Rika is going to come out from Mighty Wolves. And what do you expect from Mighty Wolves to happen here? Is it going to be a stack, or they one more time just going to move out all the same way? Oh, they're stacking.
They might be
and
stacking.
Boo tagged Kokaho as well.
Are they? Yeah, they're just going to stack B, and this might actually work out, as 4 players are heading in here. They will spot only Emis just yet, as they're trying to bait in the remaining players. Now, with the presence of Kokaho and Dek, it's very clear that this is a stack, excuse me, as they still battle it out, leaving only Keen alive. But 3 people did go down on the side of Lithuania, which made this round slightly more expensive. But it doesn't really matter, as the first buy round is coming through here, and question is, can Emis find a kill early on to give the man advantage for his team?
He has a boost, spawn for long. Yeah. So you're hoping him to go that direction. If there's going to be anyone else peeking him, that's the question as well. As now the flashbang is going to come through, Emis is going to stay here, and this is like not the best position, I believe, for an all player. Of course, if you don't get flashed, like you don't see the flash coming through. If you get flashed, you can get peeked almost instantly and then go down. But as you can see, Dek is going to take down Butters, one of the main players at the moment for Lithuania.
Yeah, and that is towards B tunnels. Also, slightly unlucky probably there, but still with those peaks towards B very early. I mean, most CTs early on do peek into tunnels just to see if anyone is going to be peeking in return, and as you can see, Karkas does manage to retaliate here and puts Mighty Wolves in an awkward position right now, because there's 1 guy in CT, 2 towards A long, and only 1 person in B here. And I would say this is more of a B split scenario for Lithuania that they should try and approach here, but they're actually going to think of, is it going to be a run boost or is just boost over the smoke? Okay,
boost
so just
over the smoke. Let's see how much information will Emis gather from this one, as now the grenade is going to come through the rotation to start from his teammates, as he's going to miss the first opening shot, and it leaves only Keen and Flaric here in the site, at least closest to the site, as Flaric from long won't be able even to peek out, especially if Karkas is going to peek him back, but Karkas goes towards short, so they do have a chance. And here Keen almost was the player who was trying to plant the bomb, so the bomb plant at the moment a bit denied for the time being, allows Flaric to get a bit more closer. And as we can see, he might surprise the enemy team at this stage.
Yeah, and I'm slightly surprised that Emis didn't find that kill in that situation, as Boo will find 2 of his own. Kokaho now falling back will find Boo, who tried to chase him down, but that's information passed on about the position of Kokaho, and Karkas, I believe, knows that he hasn't crossed back just yet. So they know he's locked in CT spawn, and most likely will be looking to get rid of that M4.
Yes, and he has 68, yeah, he should survive at this stage, even when the bomb explodes. So he's gonna hear the player moving forward. He's gonna see Lameby, and Lameby is gonna win in that duel. So no weapons safe for the side of Mighty Wolves, and Lithuania are looking way too good on this Dust 2.
Yeah, so very early aggression coming out from Lithuania, and so far it doesn't look like they're going to be releasing the trigger on that one. They are also continuously securing certain positions of the map that they definitely do not give up. That is, they take control of a certain position and leave a player, at least one player behind there, to make sure that the control is established. And now you can see once again Mighty Wolves going for that B push 5-man, and Boo is gonna hear people very close by in a second as he finds his first, looking to pre-fire, does find Emis as well, is now understanding he's gonna be sandwiched in, is going for that middle fight. Somehow Keen comes out on top, and that is at least one AK retrieved on their side, also a smoke grenade. So now Deck and Flourish should be looking to see if they can obtain any sort of AKs their own, because it would help immensely economy-wise.
Yes, as we can see at the moment, Flourish has gone to save this weapon. The two players that didn't have any kind of rifles in their hands, they're going to look for exit frags, but more so it's like all the players from Lithuania side are going to head towards long, just not to lose any kind of weapons, to make their economy even better at this stage, because they don't want to have that situation where they lose one round and are not able to buy. And we can see at the moment there's only Butters, low on funds. Okay, well, Ikas as well, a bit. Not too heavy on that, as he's going to be actually here deck peeking out, but Ikas is going to find a kill onto him. And only two players remaining here is Keen. No luck for him.
No Luko.
Yes, very no Luko.
Very Luko. As it is going to be 5-0 so far. And I mean, Mighty Wolves, well, really, this should be the round where you need to start to come back into this game. Question is, they did that double boost in the first round. I'd like to see perhaps they can find success with it further on here. That's going to be a 2-1-2 setup coming out from the side of Mighty Wolves, as Keen already has found Ikas towards A long, and I believe Ikas was working just as a distraction there, but Emis now will find Carcass, means that the execute towards B must absolutely happen. But as I say that, a very quick and easy round, what seemed, from Lithuania there. So Ikas not having any sort of backup towards A long and dying off early on there, and then afterwards an instant pickup from Emis towards middle onto Carcass meant that Lithuania needed to go for that B push instantly. They didn't even have time to turn back and get the bomb, so they just tried to approach it, but didn't work out, as Carcass now looking to see if he can spot Emis there. Emis almost with his knife out, losing his life, so peeking now more careful as he spots one of the players, but the flashbang will force him back into CT.
Butters. He tagged Butters down to 23 HP with that shot. At least some good job done, as Keen one more time has found a player towards long. We can see they're trying to go for this A split. It's not working out, as Mighty Wolves' defense has become stronger at this stage, and now they have to decide. At this stage, pushing towards B would be okay if Akas managed to find a kill, if he's going to even push in.
Well, once again, from the side of Lithuania, we have yet to see a B split coming out here. So, please, smokes towards CT spawn, and then some sort of action to in middle before you actually do anything. Fudge with the time push almost found Ikas there.
Was very close to do so. It looks like more so they want to go, at this stage you can't even really tell. It looks like they want to head B split.
Yeah, so this should be going in towards the direction of that. Keen, obviously being in CT spawn, is going to be impactful here, as the grenades, do they start to come through? They don't. They're just going to walk out in the middle. Okay.
Well, let's just see now. Even with and this kind of allows them to get that element of surprise, as I'm not sure if anyone's spotted now. Keen knows that there's a smoke that is ready for this B split. And only two players are ready for that, which is, of course, Kukaho together with Deck there, as Kukaho's going to find one, looking for the second one's going to find Carcass as well, and Deck finds the kill towards middle, and only one player remaining. That is Butters here, left with 23 HP. Good job there by Mighty Wolves. I really like that position from Kukaho, staying that close to smoke and not allowing any kind of shenanigans to happen.
He realized that they're still going to be using utility in order to get into the actual site.
Yeah.
And abusing the fact and abusing any sort of noise cues, what he did was he just pushed slightly towards the smoke, but didn't want to exchange places, not to have that awkwardness, and also not to give away his position. So he just went into the smoke enough for the terrorist. Essentially, what he sees is as he's running out, there's just from nowhere suddenly a CT in your face. And of course, also slightly lucky there that Kokaho did manage to find the AK player first, and only the AW player was the second left alive. Now,
I want to give props to Mighty Wolves for taking a tactical timeout at this stage. Like, they know that there's going to be a buy round for Lithuania, and they have to really figure it out.
Yeah, because obviously if they win this buy round, that is going to be a reset for the side of Lithuania. And I would say in this round, considering you have the AWP, you can try and boost Emis up towards short. If
potentially, although he has been playing middle now, more so. As Karkas as well is playing that position, do you think Emis is staying in middle just because there's a second operator there?
What?
Seriously, dude, like, Emis is now playing all the time in the middle. Emis is playing all the time in the middle.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should be boosted up in short so he can get a free kill towards top middle and get back.
Okay, let's continue on the game. As it's going to be player in the pit. Keen doesn't find anyone at this stage, but he has to be really careful staying in the smoke here. Let's just see, he's going to find a player pushing through the smoke. Lamby is going to go down, only 2 players remaining, but he runs into flames that he had no idea were even there. The long control kind of in the way now of Lithuania, although Emis has found a kill towards the pit. Butters will go down, and let's see, Karkas, he doesn't have AWP in this round since they were low on funds. And it looks like he won't be able to get any kills just now.
They're going to place 2 players towards short here, and Karkas is going to act as a distraction and a nuisance from pit. At least that should be the idea here. Boo still has plenty of utility. I would like to see flashbangs used, and that is going to be the case as Emis didn't spot anyone just yet. Will spot a player, but instantly dinked. Will force him out of position. Now the Molotov will prevent of Emis falling back here. He needs to peek towards pit, cannot do much here, and now he's going to be deadly afraid of this short push, but because Kokaho is already so close behind here, they know that where all these players are. Kokaho finding first and a second one means only Karkas left alive here, needs to push sort of and will go down. So finally an economical reset for the side of Lithuania.
Well, let's just see how this one continues on. As Mighty Wolves, it looked really tough at the first, and then I didn't expect them to adjust that fast, but here at this stage the game hasn't really run out of their hands. Now, like that, Emis has become a bit more aggressive with the AWP, of course, in this stage losing his head against Boo's Scout.
And yeah, still, Deagle's on the remaining Lithuania players, and we've seen already before what they can do. Karkas now, he's actually going to go for that AVP. Kokaho, hello? He needs to find the kills here, but Karkas finds a kill towards the B bomb site, and you can see already Keen now unsure of what is going to approach him, and he's looking for any sort of time cues, so he's pushing so close towards these doors just to see if it's tunnels, is it short, what's happening here. He will need to jump up onto short here and is going to flank 3 players. So Flaric and Keen might be still the saviors of this round, as Keen, oh my god, he's playing so patiently as he finds one, looking to line them up, gets the second as Flaric gets the third, and that is going to be only Butters remaining here, and he will go down as well. So great trigger control coming out from Keen there, and also making sure how much exactly players are there going to be, and also synchronize his movement with Flaric's in that situation.
Yeah,
but it looked very dicey for a second. In all honesty, in the situation of Lithuania killing off very early on one of the B players, didn't even matter that there was another player in CT. I would have just gathered and gone B. Like, they had the AVP picked up, he could still act as a security blanket from B tunnels, and then afterwards the remaining players could have gotten into sight, but, well, shoulda, woulda, coulda, as Ikas is pushing through here, will spot one towards CD spawn, and that's actually going to be Keen coming out on top here, as Lamby does find one, but once again, Keen just being a nuisance here, will be finally taken down, as Flaric now with the Molotov won't be able to cross into sight there, will spot one of the players, does miss the shot. Kokaho does spot the hit.
He's missing the shots. He's still gonna get both of them there in the end. They didn't expect that to happen, as Kark's not gonna be the only guy left in the A side. We can see he's looking for the kills. Has to be really careful as he's gonna be pushed, and Kaha is gonna find his third. Hopefully he's now okay with the aim.
Yeah, that looked a bit shaky there initially, but obviously he was able to come back into it. And in all honesty, I completely understand him. Sometimes it's the easiest ones that are the hardest ones.
Exactly. Now 5-5 Lithuania. Will we see a tactical timeout from them? That is my question. Do they feel the need to have that pause to adjust to the game, or they can adjust on the fly? It's not going to be full buy for them. No ups. It doesn't look like it's going to be any kind of like a fast round.
Well, I think they should be able to adjust on the fly here. The smoke towards the Xbox will prevent any sort of vision from middle towards short. And there's actually going to be a few players here heading now as the bomb is getting towards tunnels. So is this going to be a
very
B
aggressive
split?
position from Flourish, as I believe he was spotted there. But now with the smoke, he won't be pre-fired, I believe, and they're going to boost over the smoke. So Flourish could... Oh, they're not boosting. I thought Flourish would be able to spot the head there of the player. As they're trying to find him even through the smoke, you can see now Zek is going to check out. He can spot anyone. He spots 3 players there. Karkas instantly with the shot in the head towards Zek. Only Kokako remaining here. And instantly will be taken down. Karkas going huge. As we can see now, the smoke will come through. Keen can still spot the players towards the window as this Molotov will be dropped down. He's burning down. He has to leave his position now. 3v5 retake.
No, just save your weapons at this stage. It's not worth it. You still have a huge economical lead, and meaning that Lithuania, okay, so they win. They're going to win this round with a bomb plant and also having, well, what seems to be 5 people surviving.
Yep.
So they're going to regain quite a lot of money. Most likely, Mighty Wolves, if they win the next round, they're not probably going to fully reset the side of Lithuania, but still, that is a possibility. Depends if Lithuania suffer any casualties right now.
Yeah, it looks like they won't. They're not even too close to get in any kind of position to get the kills. It's going to be 6-5 as Lithuania take the lead, but for how long is it going to happen? As Mighty Wolves are looking pretty good here on Dust 2. I was expecting when I saw the map Dust 2 that it should be a relatively easy one for Lithuania to have at least at first, as Mighty Wolves like to catch up later on in the game. They're not so good at adjusting early on in the game. So here I'm really impressed to see Mighty Wolves sticking it to Lithuania in a way that they're still, the round difference pretty small, but Karkas, this guy, he doesn't even need the op.
He abused the fact that Molotov was thrown so deeply as he finds his 3rd. Oh my G. He's going to be actually picking up the AVP here. And oh, he gets the 4th. Can he find the aces? The guy's on fire. And does he suspect anyone close? He actually gets the ace.
What was that from Karkas? Just all alone, pushing through long and finding every single CT player there. A tactical timeout is definitely in place. Just so you can calm down your nerves a bit after that one.
Kukaho is probably going for a cigarette quickly there.
Oh, like this is bad. Like, how would you feel in this stage where you're so close and then just one player wrecks your whole team?
Here's the thing, like, that's why the Molotov needs to be thrown towards the exit of the doors. When you throw it so deep, there's a brief second delay, which Karkas abused, and because he threw his own flashbang in the exact timing as the Molotov was coming through, he was able to find the player in the middle of nowhere because falsely thinking that he's in a safe position, and therefore this round really worked out. Obviously, the miracle in that round was Karkas finding the kill towards Emis in that position, as it wasn't even sort of like a pre-fire, more like a reaction just towards the situation, and it was of course the fact that it is a AK. That is a single bullet to the head. That's you gone. Also, that 4th kill towards middle was a very quick flick.
That cool flick that he had, even like he was checking CT more so, even checking the right side where there was one player, but very quickly realizing that there's no one there, switching it to the left side. I'm still kind of speechless about that one. I want to see if that continues on. We always have said Karkas will like come out on top. He's going to be the guy we really have to look out for, and this time he really is. Butters, although kind of lacking in this game.
Yeah. Butters really needs to start showing up here in order for Lithuania to have more of an impact on the actual map. I do like to see that Lithuania are starting to use middle a bit more in terms of how much smokes they use towards it and the actual approach to it, but still I feel like more could be done in that section, as once again Lithuania looking to see if they can add more on top of their previous round success and are going to be positioning themselves in long here. Emis with the peak will get the tag onto Butters that definitely looked like it should have been a kill.
Yep, at that stage definitely, but you can see they're going to have 2 ops on the A side, Keen on short and Emis in the site. And also they want to go for maybe an A split even at this stage, since they have the player in pit and 2 players are pushing towards short. Keen will have a field day here if he manages to get the timing right to shut down enemy players. He's going to only tag Boo, and Boo will survive in getting the kill. And on the ball side, will push the players back. Boo almost dying, 1 HP.
And the bomb was spotted just there now. You can see already that Kukaho positioning himself towards here looking to see if he can surprise enemy players. The problem with that position, as always, it's a one and done scenario, as the second wave of push towards A bomb site will come through. They're going to use quite a lot of Molotovs here, and they find Foliage through the smoke as the smoke was fading. Emis will go down in the process as well, leaving only Kukaho and Deck alive. Deck with an extremely long flank, and Kukaho as well. I mean, realistically speaking, yeah, Kukaho, they're not even going to go for this one.
Yeah.
So
I have to give props to Boo, surviving that scenario with 1 HP, and you can see still all Lithuania players are alive. These rounds that they get the hold of just seems like a completely different level team playing against another one, where Mighty Bulls win the rounds. It feels like, yes, they are really hard working, they get the kills, the positions, but for Lithuania just overrun.
This is exactly how you see what's happening, and we've seen this from the side of Mighty Bulls as well. Jesus, Lane B.
Yes. Can he get the second one? Saku at the moment is kind of on fire. You can see he's with 16 kills here.
Yeah.
But he's being cornered in.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say is that experienced teams will be able to tell themselves, okay, we've letting too much go, let's just gather ourselves and get this over with.
Yeah.
And you can see that you saw that happening on the Mighty Bulls comeback that they played in this season, as well as on the side of Lithuania just now. Like, they've secured a few rounds, and once again, that's also because you have that single player that does a play on your side that wakes everyone else up. And as you can see, already Karkas leading the way here towards B, as only Deck here towards B bomb site. Emis does not get the shot with the cross here, with the scout looking to see if he can add any sort of tags on top.
You can see even Flourish position is kind of already known. Boo is expecting a flank from behind, as he's going to spot Flourish, take him down. And how can they retake even this side? It's not even possible. Like, the exit frags as well is going to be kind of a hell situation for Mighty Bulls, as we've seen how well Lithuania get out from these positions just to make sure that they don't get exit fragged.
Well, Karkas does manage to find one, but also will go down, and even Keen will be found there by Boo in T-spawn. So, Lithuania looking to secure perhaps even the whole 10 rounds on the terrorist side, and would be extremely good news for them.
Yeah, as looks is going to be Mighty Bulls with a full buy. Since they have only 2 more timeouts remaining, I guess they would love to use a timeout right here before this round. They're going to stick with it. I think that's going to be the case here. Is it really going to be Boo pushing through? No, he's just going to check out if he can spot anyone. I believe Dex spotted a player there.
That definitely showed up on radar on either side here. You can see the continuous grenades going through here, as Kukaho dangerously crossing over with no smoke in front.
As well, he's just waiting for the enemy players to put down smoke. It's going to be actually Deck putting down the smoke, and Kukaho can wait here in this close position. Em is going to be close towards middle with the op. Before, he was not successful in this position, and he also has no health. So basically, if he misses, he has to go towards CT, where he will probably get smoked off if this is a B split.
And Em is only on 3 kills.
Yeah. That has been really the downfall at the moment for Mighty Bulls. The op player can't perform. That's always a bad thing to see on Dust 2. Or on any map.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
What is going on?
Boo just clears out B bomb site alone. M is now stuck in CT spawn behind this smoke. Lameby actually for a second had the crosshair on him. And Emis once again misses a kill here, unfortunately for him, as Farch and only Keen remaining. Farch with the weapon switch will go down, and that is going to be only Keen.
Oh my goodness. It feels like they know every single position from Mighty Bulls. They've gone through the whole map, and then they're like, okay, they're gonna.
Well, this round was one off the fact that, of course, Boo opened up B bomb site, and what the remaining team did was essentially just caught every other player within the process of rotating, and that's always feels like a complete shutdown, because from your point of view as being the CT player, you're like, okay, we can perhaps somehow still retake this, and as soon as you get out the first corner, you're like, oh, or not.
Yeah.
Well,
that can quickly switch things up, as Mighty Bulls are going to rush towards long here. There's going to be no one in the A side at the moment, as I believe now Akis with Boo realize the players are going to come through long, and this is just going to be a pretty interesting one.
This is going to be a 5v5 cross happening here. Language, please. Oh my god, Lameby and Karkas finding both kills here.
The USPSs prevail, and in what manner? I like how quickly they realize that every single player is going to be there. Akis with Boo heard them running too long.
Yeah, I would have... I feel like that smoke towards CT spawn should have been happening already instantly, as the last guy, for example, or the first guy running out and the remaining 4 people are rushing towards A long. The smoke already should be thrown in that situation. That delay caused a lot of rotation to happen, and obviously because they were definitely heard as 4 people, if not all 5, Lithuania just went all in and rotated in that situation. Now, Em is peeking with the deagle towards middle, looking to see if he can actually come back into this match. As already said, he's been an impactful force on the side of Mighty Bulls, but unfortunately he hasn't been really showing up here today.
Well, let's see if that's going to continue on, as now Lamby is going to switch his position. He's going to go towards CT, as there at the moment are 2 players towards short. We can see Flourish with Emis trying to find their luck, and it's going to be Akes trying to deny that. As exclusively the headshot 1 is there, but Emis answers with the shot back. As now we can see Lamby instantly going and checking short. We can spot anyone with the MP, and it's going to be pretty tough to find the heads there of the players. You can see Butter is going to get so much information. I'm not sure if he was spotted towards middle, or was it just default shots? As Emis is going to go down to Lamby in the end. Butters with the spray that's going to take down Keen. There's still Zek waiting in the middle, but Zek with the answer. So it's going to be, okay, 1-on-3 in the end, as Boo found also Kukaho towards long.
And because Dek just secured that kill, his position is already known, and you can see there's actually, who is that? Boo in terrorist spawn.
Yes, expecting for the push to happen, as Lamby now with the M4 could potentially find a kill here. He's going to spot the player peeking out. Dek has all the information with the Deagle to find the player. But
Lamby just needs to stay alive, as he's not peeking. You can see rotation coming through now, forces Dek to jump down into spawn here, meaning that Karkas will find the kill with the FAMAS in the back.
Karkas was already rotating towards short, but then he got the information that Dek jumped down in the CT and instantly rotated back. At that point, it even felt like if Dek would have been a bit more slower with his approach, he could have tried to fake and run towards the B sites, but as well, that's really a long shot at that stage.
It looks like Mighty Wolves are going to be toying with the idea of running out into middle, perhaps, or just making a lot of noise and going into short. Which one is it?
Run out in the
middle. Oh, Butters, please show us something nice as he finds 1, 2. Can he find 3 here? As he's going to be strafing out, will be taken down there, but doesn't matter. Damage already inflicted, as Karkas will find 2 of his own, leaving only Keen alive.
Yep. This is looking like this is going to be the downfall of Mighty Wolves. Doesn't feel like they can really get back at this one. Lithuania way too strong. Their CT side is way too aggressive for Mighty Wolves to hold. And as well, like, the aim is on point. We can check out, okay, Karkas with 20 kills. The rest of the players relatively close.
And that's with Ikas not showing up.
Yep. Exactly. Which is usually one of the things that needs to happen for Lithuania to really perform here at top level. Looks like this game could potentially end fast. I'm not giving too much hope at the moment for Mighty Wolves.
Well, the flashback towards A-Long does mean that Lithuania will be able to secure this position very early on, and it makes it so much more difficult for Mighty Wolves, or for that matter, any other team to retake it if the CTs control it early on. That also leaves the only other viable options for them if Mighty Wolves decide not to go for this A-Long retake at all would be, I'd like to see actually them smoking off, say, CT from short, and then afterwards I'm also towards side, 2 flashbangs over, 1 player dropping down into CT, and then the remaining guys pushing short, or something like along those lines to see if they can clear it out and just ignore the guys in long as far as the round allows. But Mighty Wolves actually go for that A-long retake now with the flashbang, and Karkas also close. Oh, Karkas there does spot the player as Ikas finds 2 hit in that situation. One of the players that is M is legged. That is tagged in the leg. The grenade, actually, that is the AVP. We'll find him as well, as he believe he was jumping up. Bull will find Keen, and another clean round potentially on the side of Lithuania.
How many of them they already had? Okay, 4 players left alive here. Only 1 round was with them, all 5 players remaining alive. As it looks for now. Oh, no, sorry.
No, here. They had way more.
Yes. But in this half, there hasn't been any.
No, yeah. So they had 3 already there. Well,
it's really hard.
I'd say for Mighty Wolves, despite the fact that they were using the timeout, it seems that it was only just a matter of Lithuania of allowing them to get those rounds there, and that afterwards just playing it out until they have solid enough economy, gathering themselves, and then just pretty much coming back into it with double the amount of force. and impact they have.
They just missed the timing to find a head there of one of the players. Just missed it in that barely second there. As we're going to see, this is going to be the last buy round, potentially, for myself. If they lose this one, the game is over.
Yeah.
So if the timeout should happen, it's going to happen now. But no, it won't happen now. It looks like Mighty Wolves have understood what's going to be their fate with this game.
Well, knowing these players, they usually kind of don't really give up, but
yeah,
in this position, it's as I usually say, a very, very high mountain to climb for them. That grenade, if it would have been like another 2 seconds later, could have found critical damage, but still, the position from Butters is going to be crucial here, as Carcass is going to be the first point of contact here. What seems to be is going to be a short push in a very few moments here. You can see the utility used towards the side. Flashbang's over. One of the players actually dropping down into CT here. Have they actually heard me, as he will find Carcass towards A long. That is actually Kukaho there. Butters will go down into side, and now Ikas needs to go huge. Gives away his position. Kukaho will find the kill with the AVP. Boo has managed to find deck in the process, but still.
Impressive round from Mighty Wolves. Just as you said, even. They did the exact same
See, this is why my predictions are legitimate predictions and they should be working out. It's just that the teams are not doing the things required.
Yeah, I think you should start to be a coach.
I coached Enzo.
You coached Enzo, yes, but that was a long time ago. You should come back.
In coaching?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Well, maybe. Who knows?
Let's see now. It's gonna be my
drop me a message on Twitter.
Okay. Okay. Deal.
We'll talk.
If anyone's interested in these coaching services, at the V Show, right? The V Show with 2 W's.
With 2 W's at the end, yeah. But you'll find me somehow if anyone is interested. But I will say instantly, it was going to depend on what sort of people you have on your team.
Yeah. That is, of course, important. Let's see now. Mighty Wolves, even without the smoke, they're just going to rush out in the middle. So at least some confidence is there. The Carcass did spot one player, kills him off instantly. Zach now pushing forward. He's still going to get the kill. But there's still one more player in the side as Boo pushes out. Is almost going to find Zach. It would work out so perfectly for Lithuania. Boo found that kill, rotating away from the side, catching the player in the middle. And then the retake from 4 players against 3. This is the other way around.
This change of pace definitely is working out now currently for Mighty Wolves, coming off of that previous beautifully played execute. Keen now pre-aiming that box. Smart plays coming out from him, but Lithuania, of course, having the AVP on their side and only one defuse kit, are not willing to risk it too much here and don't want to reset economically as well. And I mean, if they lose the next following round, they're going to be in trouble here, as Mighty Wolves will be able to come back a bit more into this. Oh,
good shot there. Good shot there by Flourish, as Akis found even deck. So they're looking for this hunt, but as you can see, their money situation is not so good. So the rest of the 3 players should just save things up.
Yeah, well, I mean, in this situation, they need to reset Lithuania as much as they can. And even getting that one rifle out, you can see already how the situation seems completely different.
Yeah.
The AVP, of course, will be passed on to Carcass here. The remainder of their team actually are not going to be forcing up, so they will just equalize the money by purchasing a few deagles. And only Carcass and Ikas with the M4. Carcass must get this kill, but that is going to be M is coming out on top. Of course, Boo now picking up the AVP, being a versatile player and also liking to move around a lot here. The deck does find this short smoke suspicious, and rightly so, as there are 2 players positioned very close towards short, and because he threw that nade, he's also expecting for anyone to try and abuse the fact that he has been just close towards mid doors and being very oh my god, what? How does Booth get that actual kill?
No idea. He managed to flick and find it, as there's even this edge there of the smoke that he can work with. As I believe he spotted the player but did not take the shot, and they're in good position. He takes down lane B, only 2 players remaining on the side of Lithuania. Let's just see deck with a spray down. He's gonna get one, but Boo will instantly peek him back, and let's just see if he can find a kill. That won't be the case. 3 kills for deck, 2 ops saved for the side of Mighty Wolves. Not too sure about that one, but I guess if it's not working, you need to fix something. Although these 3 past rounds have been really good for them.
Well, they've been securing it with aggression coming out from them now with these 2 AVPs, and understanding that the CTs are most likely going to be on limited utility. Also, probably after a while not hearing any sort of AVP shots coming out from either side, they should understand this is doable, as Flourish finds the entry towards B, but Boo finding 2 of his own, and with that smoke behind means Mighty Wolves cannot follow up.
Yep.
Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, Boo has been just so well with that M4 or the AK that he had in hands.
How many kills has Emis?
Emis at the moment has 5.
Ah, okay, so he hasn't really shown up yet.
Nope, nope. And with the AWP as well, like, he has been quite a good presence in middle, but as well, he's not hitting the shots. Only got Karkas that one time, and let's see, maybe Butters will now find the other player who's pushing in. But Zek just looking for the information. Now they're gonna group up and try to hit one side at a time. I'm not sure about this move where Deck just goes into tunnels. He was just checking for a backstab, I guess.
Yeah, he's just checking for any sort of backstabs happening, and is going to be gathering with his team together here. I do not completely agree with the choice of Mighty Wolves heading towards A here. Not because I know how many players are where on which site, but I'll explain that in a second, as Amos now with the AVP, looking to see if he can perhaps peek off of the action that's about to happen in middle here from their team. And already you can see Butters now. Oh, if he peeks in the right timing, he's gonna find Keen there, as Keen checking corners. And with that grenade, Butters will push and will find the first kill. And now it should be pretty clear what's happening. Ikas will spot one of the players towards short, does fail to land a headshot. And still, you have lane B towards A long, and he just needs to make sure nobody gets into pit, as Butters with the Molotov should flush out Deck out of position any second now.
Emi's finding one towards long. That's lane B going down now. 2 players coming out from the short position. Emi's still there with the AWP. The flashman's gonna come through. He's gonna be fully flushed, but he still gets the timing right. Only Boo remaining, and Emis with 3 kills finally showing up. 9th round for the Mighty Wolves. Only 5 more needed to even things out.
Yeah, and even though the round worked out, I didn't like it because they knew that Lithuania are not going to have an AVP. They had 2 players with rifles, 1 player with the AVP, and they could have just gone B, where the AVP with obviously having the scope advantage would be just peeking towards platform, and then afterwards you have 2 players towards the close wall, and it's an easy B take. But still, well, beautifully played. Definitely Emis finally being impactful where it really matters, as now once again Lithuania on pistols here. They need their utility, otherwise they feel slightly naked without it. And so far, this does mean that my scoreline actually might come through.
It could potentially, as here Lukaku is looking for the shots. He can hit it at first, as instantly he's going to rotate back. I'm not sure how many players he spotted towards short position. Zemis is still there. He's still looking for the headshot, even getting tagged a bit there, minus 20 HP. You can see Mighty Wolves, they're still waiting for some kind of push to happen. And at this stage, they should have the information that there's more than needed players in the A side. They should hit A, should hit B.
Yes, but they're going to go for a slightly different approach. So they realize that the enemy players are on pistols, so they're just going to abuse long range and try to gather a long control first. As Ikas does find one here, but will go down. And that is once again information passed on here. Because Emis was in short and he goes down to Boo. If someone rushes towards the short position, oh, if only they would know. This could work out beautifully, but Karkas with the AVP pickup in short. Butters now failing to find a kill. Will find one.
Karkas finding the player now. 1v1 Karkas against Flaric, and already was spotted. Flaric looking for the kill, but not gonna be all on Karkas. How he's gonna position himself, and my goodness, he does it so well.
Oh, that's a tilter.
Most definitely, the pistols put you on the match points. That's huge play from Lithuania, and a really big upset for Mighty Wolves.
Well, still, Mighty Wolves, of course, being able to purchase up here, so it's not over just yet. And it looks like Lithuania are going to be taking long here as well. The flashbang's already coming through here. Molotov deployed. Ikas finding one. Butters through the smoke finds another one. And the flames have dealt a lot of damage towards Deck, who's only on 18 HP here. It looks very bleak for Mighty Wolves right now.
It does. It really does. Especially now, with all the players are in like their own positions. Okay, Keen with the Kokako could soon meet, but I'm not sure what they're looking for here. They're expecting the aggression from Lithuania, which is not there. Karkas in the middle, he has the Molotov. He's going to miss the first opening shot, so at least Keen gets some kind of ground and information about the situation.
And it's fine, they're going to be playing 2 people on either side. This is definitely 100% legit what they're doing right now, and is exactly how it should be done. Perhaps Butters should move closer to the actual site, but then again, nobody's going to see what's happening with CT there. And Keen does find the kill towards Butters. This should be an A execute coming out right now here, as the Molotov will be deployed towards window, meaning Karkas cannot peek out. And you can see already 3 Mighty Wolves players are heading towards short here, as Lane Beef does find one, looking to add more on top, but because he's out in the open, he will go down, and that means the bomb will be planted. Now on the CD side, they only have one single flashbang and a Molotov in the hands of Carcass. Now picking up the M4 there. The Molotov will flush out Keen out of position as Kukaho finds the kill.
He finds them both in the end. Looked very close as Carcass did, but Keen did take him down, with, especially with that Molotov help, as instantly the answer comes through from Kukaho. So 10 to 15 as Lithuania one more time on an eco round. This is getting closer and closer. And even more so looking that this could be potentially the overtime situation here.
Whilst in theory, yes, possible. You can see the Carcass is still sitting on quite a lot of money, but I don't think they're going to be forcing next round as well. I believe next round is going to be pistols also, meaning also that the following wire round is going to be one we're going to see Carcass with the AVP and the remaining players with accordingly rifles and plenty of utility here. This push from short.
This could definitely work out.
Oh,
they tag a player, they get one, they're looking for a second boo just with the USPS, catching the players as Deck finds the kill towards connector, Keen finds the player towards short, but still this is a 3v3.
Yeah, this is an interesting 3v3 happening here. If Ikas also manages to hide himself on B bomb side, he actually makes his position known, will go down, meaning that only Butters is going to be left alive here, and still losing 3 people.
Yeah. You can see the money situation as well. Mighty Wolves, they're going to be really hurt by this round.
Yeah, and Butters, I mean, currently, you can go for that save, but in all honesty, I would say just see if you can kill any off excess players.
Yeah.
Extra.
It looks like he's going to be just the guy saving the AK, as the next round is going to be Byron for them. Carcass will have the op. As he saved 4.2k in that round. Completely full buy. It looks like Emis with Deck should leave the site relatively soon as well.
Now with this save coming out from Butters, Lithuania should be actually able to pick up the gun round just now, instead of doing another pistol eco.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously having those 3 kills, that is also extra money that they gained throughout the round. So all in all, yeah, this is I would say a legitimate buy situation. If Bull goes for FAMAS, then sure, why not?
It looks like Mighty Wolves won't be able to make my prediction come true here with them winning, as I really hope to see this buy round be successful from
Carcass. Tag down to 46 HP there, so good job from Emis, as that was through the doors and into the legs of Carcass. Either way, damage is damage, and that's already a guaranteed assist there, as Butters now peeking towards that door, looking to see if he can spot any players crossing over. I believe he just might have heard the player in the lower tunnels. Obviously, that flashbang does give away the position, as the grenade will be used just to scare off any terrorists that are deciding to go through out in the middle. And so far, I mean, in general, not a bad layout for Lithuania, but a bit of a passive approach. I mean, I feel like they find more success when they're more organized and a slightly proactive. The Molotov coming through here. Once again, spray throughs. They're looking to see if they can find any free damages. Now Emis will be dropped down to 70 there. If I felt like that could have been a lot more damage in that situation. Slightly surprised there was no bullets to the head in that situation. Now with the position of Ikas towards a long, you can see that 2 players are going to be remaining towards the ramp. And once again, question is, do they manage to evade the AVP of Emis here, as Lameby toying with his life there, and I believe he might have just spotted a player there beforehand, as he will already take down Emis, but instantly Keen with the retaliation. Now that does prompt Mighty Wolves to push towards the site instantly already. Flarich will be staying behind in short and looking to see if he can deny any of these quick flanks coming through. He hears the players underneath him, and they're going to be jumping up and lining up as well, as he only gets 1, but Butters will go down to Deck here. Still Carcass and Ikas in theory can do this. There's 1 player low HP on the actual site, but Carcass is reluctant to jump up, and this is going to be another save coming out for Lithuania.
So here, as I already said, like Mighty was at the end of the game, they do manage to bring it back. But how far can they go? As you already said, like this was a slow approach from Lithuania, and if they just switch one thing up, it should be there around instantly, right?
Yeah, they just need to be a bit more aggressive. Like as I already said, I would like to see the Carcass being boosted up into short, and with smoke in the middle doors and a flashbang over into middle, he should be able to find a free kill somewhere around that area. Once again, Lithuania pistols.
Yeah, they do have one up and an AK in their hands. Let's see if they will manage to use them. As you can see, it's going to be a fast push by Mighty Wolves towards long, as they expect those pistols to come up. But instantly it's going to be Lamby waiting with the Deagle, Boo in the side with a P250. This could definitely go south, especially with Butters going for that backstab.
Yes, so Butters is definitely crucial right now in terms of providing information. The smoke towards CT spawn will be deployed, meaning the Carcass, I hope he's going to be in a good position for this, as I feel like he's just watching for a cross right now. And this is going to be a full blast A execute happening right now, as Butters with the flank. He should watch out himself, as he's also being expected for by Keen.
Yeah, at this stage that is the case. Let's see, Lamby, can he find a kill? As Keen found already Butters in the site. He's looking for more as Lamby peeks out, looking for the kills. He can't find it. Only Boo with Akis remaining here.
He does manage to find two here, and Boo still sneaking up towards the side. He might not be spotted here, as Akis will go down. Boo gives away his position. That is going to be Emis with two back-to-back kills, and very important ones. And Lithuania essentially now last chance securing this game in regulation time, and overtime might bite them in the back. And interestingly enough, and also wisely enough, Mighty Wolves do take a tactical timeout. Question is, what sort of approach they do?
They do have one up. I'm really curious to see if they're gonna try to...
They have a long spawn, so they can potentially try and take a long first. And do the good old classic where they leave Emis, say, in pit with another player, and then afterwards see if they can split A with 3 people being in short, and try to do it that way.
That could work
but
out.
They will require a smoke on Xbox, and ideally you would want to use another smoke towards CT spawn just to distract the CT players.
Yeah, I was thinking as well, like Emis could potentially go for a fast peek towards B, maybe catch out the players.
And Lithuania are heading for A control as well, a long, as Carcass now peeking, misses somehow that shot, just goes barely through these players. He needs to fall back, as he's already taking damage, and that is going to be the AVP down on the side of Lithuania very early on in the round here. Once again, you can see already long control established, already CT players heading quickly for that that short position, looking to see if there will be any sort of split happening here. Ikas now looking to see if he can find any players towards the edge of that smoke. Not going to find any just yet, and they have a very limited utility remaining here on their side, as the smoke towards CT spawn will bloom now. Another smoke towards A-Long. Keen pushing out.
Good job there, as Lamby finds one, but there was no any other players to find. As they did come up pretty late there. It's going to be from short playing Butters, but the smoke as well is there. Can definitely go out and surprise the enemy players here if he managed to get the timing right. As he's supposed to play in the side, he knows that there's at least one there. Now the bomb will be planted. It's 3v4 situation here. Butters looking for a kill. He can't find it, and only Boo with Akis remaining. And Akis is so close. You can see already where Emis is. Emis is going to take him down. He's looking for a kill on Boo as well, and Boo is just going to go save this weapon and hope that they can bring this one back in the last round of the regulation time. And this is looking to be an overtime even in this scenario.
Yeah, definitely I'd say an overtime at this stage, as Boo deploying the Molotov, unfortunately, will go down still. I mean, we saw Lithuania almost picking up 2 rounds, definitely picking up 1 round with pistols only. They still obviously are going to go for a force here. Another timeout, and the final timeout on the side of Mighty Wolves.
This allows us as well some time for Lithuania to talk things through and make this round count. As we know, do you think we're going to see the aggression come out from them in this round? Like it's now or never.
Well, Mighty Wolves have done the same thing for 2 rounds in a row right now. I don't think they will be going for the 3rd time, and I think that Lithuania are considering that as well. So I would say a boost towards short definitely right now is not an option for the CT side, as you will not know what you're going to rush into. But having these MP9s, you could try and risk for a B tunnel take, as Carcass already will go down. That will prompt for 2 terrorist players to run towards B, and actually heading through tunnels. They're going to be approaching A once again. The bomb is towards B, so they're just going to gather and go for a quiet B bomb site take. And Boo now understanding he needs to be really close with this MP9 in order for it to maximize the damage that he could potentially deal here.
As first now still checking towards locking, you see they're still waiting for these backstabs to happen. And that's gonna be the case, but more so grouping up towards those upper tunnels where the guy they're gonna meet is Boo. And Boo with this position with the MP9, like this is also almost like the situation like one and done. As you're gonna get one kill, and instantly the player should quickly realize there's one player up here.
Well, the question is how packed up are the terrorist players when they are running through it. You can see Flarich's mission is to fake A long in order for this B-Belay to be legitimate. But because of Butter's position, that's how... why is there no rotation? Butter should have just called that it was just a fake. So this is very clearly a B taken. Now, Boo, oh my god, if he goes so huge here, I'm going to be insanely impressed as he finds one, but instantly he will be taken down. Flashbang coming out from Ikas. Once again needs to go huge. He will not be able to do so. Will survive for now, as Butters will go down in tunnels here, and Mighty Wolves looking to take this to overtime as Ikas is on 2 HP. Lane B with the M4, not able to find any kills here just yet, and also doesn't have any defuse kits, and Flarich already ready to stab them in the back.
Yeah, that's gonna be what it takes here. As already Flarich pushed out, it's gonna get one, looking for the second one as well. The player in the smoke, Lane B moving out, but Dick is gonna get the kill. So 15 to 15. Mighty Wolves managed to bring Lithuania to the overtime. And Lithuania, this is the first overtime they're playing. The first one.
Yeah.
I see that you think that this could have been evaded.
Yes.
Which round did it went wrong?
So many.
Yes.
So many to pick from.
But props to Mighty Wolves actually managing to get those rounds.
No, in all honesty, it's just off the back that Mighty Wolves started to play as a unit more.
Yeah.
On the actual CT side, and being able to establish control of certain vital positions on the map, they were able to come out on top. And as I said, at Butters and Carcass already finding 2 kills, and it's still another minute and 35 on the clock here. Flarich down on half HP. Keen now looking to help out Flarich, but also going down. So what? Excuse what?
Well, they thought that the long is the place they could go, and they can't change their minds, so they all ran into the Akis crosshair there. Quite unfortunate, but it's going to be 15 to 6 at this situation, and let's see, can Lithuania make this one their own, as they only need to get 19 rounds in total to win this one.
Yeah, so 19 is the magic number we're looking for. Carcass now with the AVP peeking towards middle. That position will not spot anyone, and Emis, one of the rare people I see actually trying to peek middle with the op from Suicide. Almost got the timing there for the crossing player. That looked scary for a second, as it's a bit of a standstill here, so Mighty Wolves just waiting out any early utility Lithuania might be using to prevent any sort of early pushes from happening here, and obviously they're not going to take this one lightly.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's see, Carcass, he's expecting players to push out short, but he has no way of seeing that. They're being quite aggressive towards his position, and he just did spot a player, and that is Emis there waiting with the op to shut down Carcass, as Carcass is going to even tag him but not kill him. As now they do have the information, the player is still staying there. Carcass still looking for the shots. He is down to 83 HP. Will he be pushed out? He's looking for the shots. He even tags Keen there through the wall. Almost finds the kill. And more so, the push towards short should begin right now. They're taking too much time on trying to get Carcass here.
And with that jump, Carcass realized quickly that it is going to be a short push. Butters finds one, and the second one with the AVP will go down to Flarich, but still already, I mean, plenty of damage inflicted. That grenade might find more damage. Doesn't seem that is going to be the case, as Keen also finds Carcass early on here backstabbing. So still a 3 versus 3 situation. You really want to group up together with your team before you actually start the retake. Now Lane B waiting for any sort of timing.
He's waiting for some noise to be made from the other positions as he can push out here. Now with this flashbang, his position will be spotted. He's going to push out, he's going to spot the player, he's going to get one, get both of them, and only Flarich remaining here on the A side. Has to fight against 3 CTs as he can't even get the first one. Ake is still alive as Boot takes down him, and it's going to be 17 to 15. One more round here in the overtime first side.
Okay, so finally, well, off the back that Lithuania having so much utility, you can see that a lot of their success, or at least confidence for sure, is hidden away in that fact. So once again, if you can control the amount of money Lithuania have in terms of how much utility they can get, that is your key to beating these guys.
Oh, Amish just almost had the opportunity to find Carcass there, and Carcass now should realize where the player is going to be peeking from with the op. And as you can see, the same setup that Mighty Wolves had in the previous round.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not really changing it up in any way so far. Also expecting any sort of pushes to happen from Lithuania, and I must say I would be extremely surprised right now if there would be any random pushes coming out from them. They're not gonna risk it with anything right now. And obviously having 2 AVPs on your side as well, just why would you do that? Now the flashbang will prompt a shot from the side of Butters there, and once again that grenade does stop any sort of push from happening. But as I say that, Amos does find lane B here. Carcass now with the timed push will find Kokaho here, and that is going to be an instant kill back for the side of Mighty Wolves. And
instantly Butters is gonna find a player there towards middle as they're trying to do the B split here. Flourish now with this smoke. He's gonna rotate towards the upper tunnel. It's gonna be Boo there hiding as he finds Deck. He's gonna look for the next one, but there's Op in play.
And he's just wasting time. He's just wasting
time. Gonna get them both. Amos and Flourish, they line up. Flourish just ran from the middle to line it up. Good job there by Boo. With that scenario. Whoa, impressive stuff here in the overtime from Lithuania. I wonder why we didn't see it in the regulation time.
Well, towards the end of it, they only had like 2 rounds where they had decent utility. And as I already said, like I just thought about it, and I do understand that their confidence comes from the fact of that. And they know that they only need to secure 1 round. They will find already 1 kill towards middle here. This is a completely legit strategy now.
Carcass a bit too over the line. Is going to be already Boo in the side looking for the kill. He can't find it. Kokaha with the answer as they're going to still look to push this B side, but realizing there's way too many players there, they don't want to hit it just now. They're going to play this one slow, and Nemes instantly checking the lower tunnel position if anyone goes into short.
Somewhat understandable situation for Carcass going down there, but Boo is throwing.
Okay, it's here, Amos peeks in, but Butter's gonna get the kill. We can see next guy for contact is gonna be Keen, although they're looking to push this middle position, and they're gonna get to the to the B side. There's only Kokaho there, so Kokaho quickly realizes what's happening. He's gonna check out the tunnel position, but Akas is gonna take him down.
And they pushed B because they knew that they killed off one of the B players, and that is going to be Keen. Remaining 1 versus 3 here. Position already known. Flashbangs going through here. Will not find even the first. Is going to be 19 to 15 in favor of Lithuania.
Yes.
So,
what a game. I have to give props to Mighty Wolves for actually getting 1 point off from Lithuania.
Yes.
Lithuania only gained 2 points with this victory in the overtime. But I would say nothing. Well, this is nothing like what I expected. Definitely not what you expected as Lithuania in the overtime. This is the first time we see them, so Mighty Wolves actually have something on them.
Yes, well, they have the upper hand of the fact that they were able to control the money of Lithuania in the second part of the game in regulation time to a degree where Lithuania were not able to have enough utility to be as impactful on the map as they would like to. Also, not enough utility to force any sort of extra rotations happening through or anything like that from the other side. So, yeah, well, I mean, Lithuania had a chance to close out at 16 to 8, then 16 to 11. And then afterwards at 16 and to 13. Once they fell that one, it was all overtime scenario. So, first of all, props to Boo, really showing up for his team, dropping 30 kills there with the note of it being an overtime match. And of course, also Carcass, as expected, showing up, being an impactful force there. This last final play where he died was just a bit rushed. I mean, if he would have had the rifle, yes, but with the op in hand, don't. Just don't.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head into really small commercial break. And when we come back, the last game of today, my match of the week, Jahl against Skinlords.
Go big, go boom, with guns of boom. Like the sound of big booming 4v4 friend fragging action? We'll fix you up. Go big, go boom, with guns of boom.
Flashik, butik, jau viss ir redzēts. Thriller, killer, tas viss ir redzēts. Skandāls, secret, viss ir redzēts. Creepy, crazy, jā, viss ir redzēts.
Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Pārsteidz mani. Un tagad pārsteidz mani.
Lūdzu, jaunā Helio interaktīvā televīzija nomaina Lattelecom ITV. Televizors, tālrunis un planšete darbojas kā viens vesels. Tagad pārvaldi un aizraujies pilnīgi jaunā līmenī. Izklaide progresē. Helio.
Hello and welcome back to the last game of today. Before it starts, I want to quickly remind you about the Vault giveaway that's going to happen during this game. So if you want to win, type in hashtag Vault in the chat and of course be subscribed to our YouTube channel to be eligible to win the giveaway. But now, I believe we are ready to jump soon into the match between Giris and Skinlords. As I said, this is my match of the week. It should be fun. Although with all these things that has happened to Skinlords, with Broden going out, they have added Displex in their roster. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to work out.
It's going to work out amazingly for Giris and horribly for Skinlords.
Okay, so I believe your prediction is going to be now the way of Giris.
Yes.
Yes, I am also going to go with
that
Giris.
Previous game,
yes,
though,
you did.
So if I win this one, we're going to be actually tied.
Yes, and tomorrow is going to make everything...
Meaning...
What are you going to say? What's going to be the scoreline?
I'm going to say that Giris is going to take this one with a scoreline of 16-8, actually. I think
16-8, okay. Well, I'm going to go the way of 16-10 in favor of Giris. I think Skinlords still have something in store for us today. You see, after the knife round, looks like Captain is going to be last man alive and will be killed off by 10 Johnson Giris. They're going to start on the CT side, the more favorable side on Mirage. And we know the Skinlords... Sort of, yes.
Okay, as Kekons would say.
Yes, if you play it right, it's a T-sided map.
Yes.
So Skinlords, do they play it right for it to be a T-sided map?
in order for you to be able to play it right, you need to actually practice the thing.
Yep. Yep, that is true. So let's jump into the match. The first round is on our way. So let's just see. Giris, they have had some luck in the previous few games. They really have showed up, especially after that Twitch longer. I really think there's a lot of hope in this team to actually show up right here as well.
Yeah, the only hope that Skinlords have is going to be the calls that Flushed might be making during the game, as he is a very, how do I say this? Well, his approach towards Mirage in terms of how it should, what should be done in what manner is pretty good. So I think if he makes the right calls at the right time, this could be a closer match coming out here today. But I'm gonna be putting all my eggs in the basket of Giris.
Yeah, it should be in this scenario. Well, let's just see now. Thursday, I believe he spotted one player towards the underground. And instantly Reggie is going to check out Connector if anyone's going to push through. As two players move out from the middle, we can see here Rav together with Captain going to move through. Instantly they're going to spot the player. Rav instantly going to take down Sturzik. Now next man of contact is going to be Tendros, as all the players are towards the B site. We can see Tendros going to find Flash, so that's one kill going away of Skinlords. As they're going to push him, and Rav is going to be successful in this situation. As will Delection be checked? He won't be checked just now, and Reggie will be heard by the player in middle. Should quickly realize where the player is shooting from. This captain's going to keep tabs on him at all times.
And comically enough, Reggie also had an opportunity to try and take down the actual bomb planter there. Now Tarov being on low HP, and also Reggie still being quite far away. Delection does find the kill towards Displex, and Reggie finds the kill towards Captain, but this is instantly Delection in a 1v2, 1v1 situation. Doesn't have the defuse kit, needs to bait out Raw in this position, and now he has the chance, but Raw comes out on top with 4 kills and carrying the first round towards the side of Skinlords.
Yeah, looked pretty okay for them. I really like the slow approach they put in there. As already said, as Flushed, having Flushed as a caller, he's gonna make these kind of calls, which will throw out the enemy team, because Joggers, they put all the eggs in the basket in the side of B. They were almost all the players towards B.
I still think that there's a collective approach in terms of calling on the side of Skinlords, but I know that on Mirage, Flushed definitely has a fair point, and that might be like their trump surprise card.
Yeah, that could be the case. As we can see, Joggers, they have taken pretty aggressive positions towards both of the sides. As we can see here, Delection, he's just hearing if he can get anyone going somewhere, but I believe he heard player going down the underground, as Reggie is already checking it.
Reggie is already expecting it. Of course, the nade's coming through here. Now Reggie, will you get that shot? He misses 2 and instantly falls back. Of course, does not want to be overrun now. Delection in short with the CZ. Reggie will pass information that our players are already close, and you can see the Delection ready to take on anyone who's going to be peeking here, as they will be clearing out the stairs. And quickly, let's see if they can... They're actually not going to go any further, and now this is a huge mistake coming out from Displex, running out with his back towards short, not knowing if there are any players here, and with the push, one more bullet would have done it, but Flush will take down Delection in that situation. Raw also finding a quick headshot onto Reggie, and Sturzig as well, means that only Centrons is on the CZ, and the current form of Raw... he's looks like the guy has been playing his DM today at least. Yeah. Well, that's at least one day when they practice.
One day they practice, they switched the roster. When they switched the roster, maybe when this was other, they felt the need of having to run through their idea how they're gonna approach this game.
Maybe.
Hopefully that was the case. It's gonna be Skinlords taking the next round as well. They will manage to save 1 AK, 2 AKs and 1 Gavel, as Centrons did not find anything. But as it looks of it, we don't see at the moment any of the players saving up for the op on the side of Jahl, which is kind of worrying for me, as I do think that is one of their best things that they can put up here in Mirage. Having the versatile op player like Sturzig as well. From time to time when he picked up the op, he was always a nuisance to the enemy team. Well, let's just see.
For Giris, I wouldn't be purchasing any more pistols here. Really, you want the maximum amount of utility, just as we already saw before what happened to Lithuania. So far Skinlords looking to run away with potentially another round here, but this is just the beginning, as the Molotov deployed towards the jungle will allow Captain to get extremely close to it. Reggie still just focus on apartments, will not be moving much here.
Oh, and I believe he did not spot a player towards connector who went there as well. So now here he does not spot the player towards ticket booth, from ticket booth towards connector as well. As now he's going to deny the bomb planter, but not going to get anything else. But as we can see, it's going to be 3 against 4 situation here, and Zentron still has that CZ, which could be really deadly. Now Zentron should definitely peek into the ladder room to help out Taurov, but Taurov already will be taken down. And this bit of slow approach in these kind of situations does put Giris at the moment on the back foot, as they can deal tons of economical damage with any of the kills they're going to get now.
Yeah, and Skinlord still only now just plant the bomb as Captain with the MAC-10 is looking to see if he can find any extra players here, and of course capitalize on the fact of what the actual reward is per kill on that MAC-10. Now Delection with the USP does here, the player is expecting him, but missing those first 2 bullets means that Flush will come out on top. Of course the aim punch is too much there to control in that situation. So now only 10 shots remaining here, and still Žalgiris are even looking to lose the season in their favor.
Rob will go down there, but luckily for him the Molotov finished the job for him, as now it's going to be full buy round for the side of Žalgiris. I really want to see how they're going to put this one down, and will Skinlords be aggressive in the first buy round, as I do feel that kind of could give you an advantage. Rushing out in the first round and going for those straight up aim battles. But it looks like they're going to spread around a bit, putting Udris solo towards the A site. As it looks like this could be even an A split happening.
Well, this early aggression coming out from Skinlords here towards the underpass connection, underpass area, excuse me, does mean that extra attention is required from Žalgiris towards middle, and obviously you can also see that Skinlords are just positioning themselves and waiting for any sort of pushes, because obviously they're trying to bait the CTs into perhaps jumping out of the window or pushing connector here, and only now the delayed push towards middle is how they're going to approach this. And if they continue doing this, Skinlords might run away with quite a few rounds here on the terrorist side. Yeah, that could definitely be the case, but Sterzig with the op, a lot of hope on this guy, as they're going to move out, and instantly Rob will go down. Quite a weird peek out, but now the Molotovs will come through. Sterzig looking for the kill before he burns down, and he will burn down in the end, as there's going to be now Reggie waiting in the connector position, even going for a bit aggressive approach here, as he's just trying to get the players who are going to be near the smoke or trying to push in here. And the flashbang from Tarov towards middle will force more utility out of these players. And Reggie, oh my god, he just spotted the boost and does hear these players. The spray through, will he find one? Doesn't manage. He should have gotten 2 in that situation, unfortunately for him. Still, a 3v3 captain on low HP. Udris with only a Galil in hand, no grenades for him. Also sitting on 6,500.
As the bomb plan is going to be faked out. The second time it's going to be planted, it should be a real one. As now the bomb is going to be planted, Centrons won't be able to deny it. And it's going to be 3v3 situation here. Now
they still have 3 flashbangs.
Yes, they can still do this one most definitely if they find Captain here quickly.
Oh, and the reload gives away his position. Now Tarov knows there's definitely one player towards connector. They should just synchronize their flashbangs towards A, and that is exactly happening now, as the election with the first flash will allow for Captain to go down. That means that Flushed here in window position, and Udris towards the A slope. Flushed will find Tarov, but that is position is known, and Udris will be pushed, still comes out on top. Centrons now doesn't have a defuse kit and will pick up the AK. Doesn't have any time, unfortunately will have to go away. So, Žalgiris not having any defuse kits really need to act faster there in that situation. Like the retake should have started 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, most definitely there. And as well, Taurov, he had the potential to find Captain off guard here, but he was as well way too passive about it, still waiting for someone to push him towards the ladder room, which is kind of a weird situation there. But let's see if this round is going to be any different, as they do have only 1 AK in their hands. The rest are pistols, and they're going to put 2 players towards middle. Taurov probably going to head into the underground.
And classical Skinlords bet against them, and they start to win.
Yeah, it feels like it. Definitely feels like it. Looks like they're going to go for the kills. They're going to find one selection instantly with the kill back, as this was defined. But you can see this aggression from Žalgiris could pay off, as they're going to hear that no one's coming to this site. It's going to be all on Sterzig to at least get the first blow. Has to hold it a bit. As Centrons is going to be pretty late for the rotation if they're going to hit the A site.
And once again, Skinlords so far look like to steal victory from Žalgiris here on this map, as having already 4 rounds and potentially adding the 5th one on the terrorist side with nothing to answer.
Centrons spotted, Centrons was spotted by Udris, and that's already 1 AK down on the side, the only AK down on the Žalgiris side, as Reggie with Sturzig are just gonna wait for the inevitable to happen.
Inevitable.
Yep.
It's fine. Well, Reggie actually decides to go for this push and actually finds a headshot. Okay, then.
But does not get the second one, which is really necessary. So now it's going to be 5-0. Žalgiris yet to use the tactical timeout.
Of course, why would you?
I'll be yet to see as well like the impact from undercover.
Why would you use the timeout with the coach, right?
Yeah. There is no particular reason to do so.
Especially now that they're going to be more proactive about it.
Yeah, exactly. This like some things that they have said does not line up.
No.
It's not looking too good. But here, like before the buy round, they definitely need to figure out what is going to be the thing that they're going to do here. It's going to be maybe aggression towards middle could work out, as Rav is all the time there. Although dealing with Rav hasn't been too big of an issue.
Sturzig did manage to steal away that AK there, and Flush now clearing out these positions. Actually, he's not going to spot him, so well played Sturzig there. Will be able to save that AK, and of course that's going to come in extremely handy.
Yep.
On that CD side. Once again, that single bullet kill potential is definitely always feels more secure rather than having that M4 where you need 2 bullets. Well, 1 bullet to the head and 1 to the body in order to really get rid of these players.
And here it is.
Oh my!
Finally.
Do they have like a direct line to our microphone?
I'm not quite sure. Maybe.
Right. So far, Žalgiris have been playing a very default CT side and really haven't been doing anything. So the question is, and pay extra attention as to what is about to happen on the mini-map, because it might just give away what the conversation was all about. Now, if there is going to be no change, I will be fuming.
Okay. I'm getting ready for that. Well, let's just see. Will be Žalgiris. Okay, they haven't showed. Okay, Palace aggression has been there. They haven't found any luck towards Palace.
Double AVP setup.
Yep. The change is there.
Okay, so it's not going to be probably fast plays coming out here, but now Sturzig with the AVP already sees the Molotov being deployed. This is just extra attention in middle, but 2-1-2 setup coming up from Žalgiris here with the AVPs in hand. Obviously are going to be extremely impactful, and rightly so. They take a passive approach towards the actual site. Centrons already will find Displex here. That grenade towards Shadow, and Centrons will find his second. Now the Molotov will force him out of position, but Centrons already has done plenty.
Through the smoke, I believe, found Captain there, as only Udris with Flash will be left alive. Election finding one, Centrons finding the next one, and they finally take a round. I have to say, pretty clean one.
Yeah, very clean round, but Centrons was definitely the key player. They're not allowing for anyone to get in those stairs position, as well as that grenade towards the Shadow. Even though it didn't do much damage, it was still mindful thinking coming out from them. So
let's just see if this is gonna continue on, as Captain's gonna be aggressive with the up. The olive grenades coming through, and Molotov, he's gonna be taken down. Žalgiris have now finally grasped the game and understood what they need to do in order to stop the Skin Lords players. And as we can see, the lone player in the B app still waiting for the backstab to happen, as Flushed. Not quite sure how much he can get done from this position, as the ones drop down towards the T spawn. And if Sturzig managed to get even 1 kill here, it's already going to be pretty bad news for the side of Skin Lords, as he's going to get Displex. And now you can see it's going to be 1 player in underground, 1 in middle, and 1 in T spawn.
So I can already tell you that the conversation definitely was about first make sure that you have backup, another player behind your back. You can see instantly as soon as Sturzig got that kill, there was already a flash coming through from his teammate, and also simultaneously you had 2 people playing together on the A side, literally side by side. So they're not allowing for Skin Lords to get any of these free kills without having the potential of trading that kill. Therefore, Skin Lords will need to change their approach, and this is the reason why currently, even though Žalgiris are with a 4-round deficit, this is the second round in a row where off those plays, you feel like that they are in control of the round from the beginning.
Yeah, most definitely. And let's just see. Wolf Flush get lucky here towards the A side. It's going to be Sturzig still with the up. Peeking towards that position. Centron's finding Rob here, and now Sturzig spotted the player. He's going to look for a kill. He's going to find it instantly. The last man remaining is going to be Udris. And at this stage, no one's dying from the side of Žalgiris. And their money is just going to get better and better. It looks like they will have the game for themselves.
Trust me, another 2 rounds like this, and Skin Lords are going to be tilted as hell.
Right. Because that is always a possibility.
In order to break this, what you need to do is break up the actual buddy system that's happening on their side, and you can break it up by causing over rotation. So this is the moment where you start to consider fakes as a terrorist.
Yeah.
Well, one of the options. Of course, the second option, if you have a super solid execute and you can try to take the round that way and then afterwards throw in a fake. But either way, that will need to be done, as Sterzik will find one of the kills here in the process. Quite a lot of damage already done to the remaining players as the Molotov. Sterzik also with that CZ. Reggie in connector. Displex does find the kill onto Sterzik as he was trying to peek. I believe in that situation, peeking slowly was not the best option, but still. Captain yet to find a weapon, the same for his teammates. Displex low on 17 HP, and it doesn't look very likely. Delection also has pushed through as he finds the kill towards Captain, and that means B Apartments full control of Giris here. Only Raw remaining.
Yeah, those Deagles didn't do too much, only Displex finding that one kill. As at the end, as you said, like they were being picked off all the time, and Displex staying with 17 HP in middle with the bomb that's already like a round lost there. But now Rao, he's gonna find Centrons, so there's still economical aspect here to this round that he can do some damage. As he potentially could even find the op, or was that M4 down there?
Not sure. I believe Centrons plays with a rifle, unless he was saving for someone else.
That's the AK. Oh no, he's gonna be spotted.
A bit of a comical situation. Raw actually had to make that whole jump for nothing. Delection with the flank will find him, and that is going to be it. 3-5. Giris starting to close the gap, and economy-wise, definitely are not in a bad position.
Yeah, and as you can see as well, Centrons with 9 kills. He has been the guy towards the A side, but rotations as well have been on point. And as you said, Skinlers have to start to think about the fakes happening, as I believe Giris could be catched out in that situation.
Now, so far, just taking middle and playing from there is not going to work. At least it shouldn't be the situation with this sort of approach they had early on. And you can see they're already putting 2 players quickly towards short here, causing a rotation to happen towards B. And also Centron's now doubting himself. The player will go down towards A side, and it worked out. They got players towards B side and they executed towards A in a good fashion. Now does Sterzik does find a kill here, and actually Centrons will find another one. Oh my, what?
Everything's falling apart. Skinlers, they weren't in the A site when the bomb was being planted, and the players all over the place were picked off.
Okay, we'll analyze that in a moment here, as Ujis will find Sterzik, so still sort of doable for them, but flushed with 2 HP. He needs to really play around the smoke, and Centrons finds it fishy as well. Flushed does find the superior angle in that situation, so Tarov now has information, and Delection should have as well, as the grenade towards Shadow will deal so much damage to Ujis. They just need to find the crosses of Flush. It will find Delection, and the Molotov
should finish the guy. Instantly, Molotov being dropped down. It should be the guy burning down. What is going down? No way! No way, but the defuse is going through. It looks like Flush does not know where to hit the player. This is supposed to be defused, and Flush
kill him off!
With 2 HP, Tarov's gonna push forward, and Tarov gets the kill. My goodness. What a round ending there for that one. You said you want to analyze what happened there when all the Skinlords players were picked up all over the map.
The problem for Skinlords in that situation and why they lost that round is because those 2 players that initially faked towards B continuously tried to pressure that site. There's no need already. Your guys on A side should have passed information that the A side is taken. That means that you are now playing the role of flankers. One goes back through T-spawn, one can stay there and flank late through kitchen or something.
But they didn't do that. They kept on the pressure. We're looking for those kills. This is going to now be A side head. 3 players are going to be towards that position. 1 up in the hands of Sterzik. Let's see how much can he do as Centron is going to find kill. Centron's even with 2. Can he get the 3rd one as the players are going to push on forward? Captain instantly with the kill back, as now Sterzik can't find anyone through the smoke. But there's still Delection waiting in CT spawn, and they didn't even plant the bomb. They just rushed CT spawn. They died, and it's going to be Giris taking this one home. 5-5. That round.
A huge smile on my face.
Yes, you're enjoying what's happening right now.
Yes, and also because it's happening exactly the way how I said it.
Yes, as well. That is pretty good situation now for them.
For Skinlords currently, I mean they
should use a timeout.
This looks like a fake.
More so, yes. Or this could be just a fast approach. Molotov all the side, then move in.
Yeah, just so much utility, but I instantly used all of it, and now they've taken a crucial damage here, as now Sterzik also will already find Captain. Flushed forcing the push towards short, but took way too long. Sturzig was able to come back into this, and now Toroff! Oh my god, that could have been a double kill as Raw will be dropped down to 8 HP.
And Election with the last kill, 6-5. What a great setup Giris have in almost every single site. If they push A side, they have Centrons and CT, they have Sturzig rotating.
All they needed to do was just work together.
Yep.
That's it. Like, they haven't changed much of their approach. They alleviated the actual pressure towards middle and just decided, okay, just implement the buddy system towards sites and it's going to be fine because we just cannot trade.
Exactly. It's just working out wonderfully for them, as well as like Skinner. They're good at winning duels, but they just get picked off in situations where they're not expecting to be picked off.
Okay, so now this is a fake coming out towards middle here as the flash will oppose danger towards the A side. Centrons does find one, but Reggie coming in with another 2 there. This does mean it's going to be a 3v2 situation. Flash still stuck in middle and he's going to be the only last man standing.
He's managed to find a player towards the side, and as we can see, he's going to be flushed here. He's waiting in connector, so here not too much luck. It can go his way as he's going to spot the player, but Taurov instantly with the headshot. 7 rounds in a row for Giris. No timeout for Skinlords, and you can't see too many adjustments as well.
And they have 2 AVPs, so this should be an for Skinlords. They should try and do like an full-on A smoke take.
Okay, yeah.
They can even go for it in the rifle round because they just need to make sure that they obscure your vision from these AVPs so they cannot retake it effectively, meaning that there's probably just one rifle on the actual site and one somewhere around connector.
Yeah.
So
as we can see here, the push is going to happen towards connector position. It's going to be Stairs with the op. He's going to miss the first opening shot. Has to be careful. Has to get a teammate there. Central's going to help him out. Central's with the spray down. He's going to find 2 kills. Looking for the third one, but Rob is there with the kills. And the situation is going to be now 2 against 3. Tsarov with the op for the retake as the bomb is going to be planted in the smoke direction. He's even going to get captain. You don't usually manage to be alive in that scenario here, but the grenade will deal some damage. But as you can see, the player is going to peek out. Who was it there? Flushed trying.
For sure, as I mean, they definitely know the position of one of these players, but should start to suspect soon enough here that the actual second player was there. Now Raw with the long flank with the AVP looking to come in from short here. He's actually going to jump down into connector, sees one of the players, will give away his position, that way flush and picking it up.
It's worked out very well there in the end.
Yeah, still 6 rounds for the side of Skinlords here, so definitely still not a small amount to have. Definitely a workable amount for them. Question is what sort of T-side joggers have prepared, but enough money on either side to keep this going. Actually, Skinlords having the double op setup on their side, and knowing them, they might not even go for a slow approach here, but Sturzing in underpass should have been heard here. What?
He's gonna win in the duel against Flushed. Good job from him, as Captain is going to be really patient with his op, just waiting for the aggression to come out from connector. As we can see, the kind of mid-dominance is being established there by Jalgir's team. As you can see, there's going to even be Tauro pushing forward. He's not going to spot the player to the right side. He's gonna get Displex. Displex had so many moments to catch out the player there, but he was just waiting for the push to happen, and then I realized the op could be pushing.
And now with this B apartment push, it's quite clear, obviously, that this is going to be A, as there are no players there. The Molotov will allow Sturzig to peek into the ramp. Oh, he almost got that one, realizing the Molotov is fading. The nade will be deployed. Centron's now in shadow position. Hasn't been there so far, but the Molotov will force him out of position. 1 kill already coming out from him, looking to add on top. Ujis on 2 HP will find the kill. The bomb will be passed onto the actual site. Reggie will find Ujis and knows the position of the last player. Oh, excuse me, that was Raw who passed the bomb onto Ujis.
Yeah.
So, still, well played for Giris and looking to secure the final round there, as a lot of the money for the side of Skinlords was put down in the previous round.
Yeah, exactly. And let's just see now. It's going to be only this was with the Deagle, flushed with the op. He's going to push towards middle. Can he get this one against Thursday? Thursday goes for a bit an off angle, but Captain is going to get him with the AK. Quite a surprise happening right now. Reggie is now going to take control of middle. He's going to try for his luck as he's going to spot the player. The flash came through and they managed to get 1 kill, but he's only Captain with the next one. As he's found a player in middle, and I believe he found a player towards short as well. So now 4v3 situation. I'm gonna pick up the bomb and they should now just group up together and make the move.
Exactly, like at this stage, just group up. Obviously, you're going to be facing not all 3 CTs most likely here, so Delection needs to choose his position wisely
That's Reggie. Okay, he found flashed in middle. That is the up down. No, 3K is remaining here, and Lattelecom was not spotted. He managed to take down Udris. 3 against 2 situation here. Lattelecom goes for more. Only Captain remaining. He's gonna take down the player, but it's gonna be 1v1. And Captain with 7 kills. This has to be an ace clutch for him to win it.
Okay, so Captain, 4 kills, 7 HP.
What? He does it in the end. Ace clutch for him. Impressive.
And the 1-tap.
Yes, he did that with a 1-tap. He had no other choice. He had to hit the shot. Great job there by Skinner there in the end. I have to say, like 7 rounds on the T side with the way the Giris adjusted to the gameplay. It feels still okay, managing to get like 2 rounds.
Well, it could have been a lot worse if they wouldn't have taken that timeout where they decided to play on the buddy system. It would have been just horrible news. By now, they would probably sitting like on 4 rounds max, I would say. So still, good job coming out from them as a decoy will be deployed towards B apartments, and it is going to be a good old classical B hit. And there's only Udris there with the USP. Does have a defuse kit, so if he dies there, that is going to be available for retake.
Exactly. Let's see if this is going to work out as the smoke is going to come through. 2 smokes even to smoke off CT, short, as Udris does not find any of the kills, and I have to be pretty careful now about this approach. The side is going to be taken completely and flashed. Will he spot any of the players pushing in? But you can see how Giris are approaching this one. They're just waiting for the push to happen.
Of course. And that's exactly what you should do here. Sturzig now with the upper hand position.
It.
No, why? There was no flashbang, but still, Sturzig finds one. Reggie finds another one as Raw has found election in the process. There's though 4 versus 3 situation as Tarov looking to battle it out inside. Reggie will go down. Centron's still alive, battling it as well as Sturzig finds the kill, and that is going to be it. Jahl Giris will secure their first round, and I like that smoke towards short just to eliminate the factor of the USB's range.
Yeah. Exactly, it definitely really worked out as, but I like the fact that Udris did not push through the smoke. He was not too overly aggressive, was waiting for his teammates to come back and try to retake the site. But the Giris played it as well. Like they really have the confidence in this game. And they can easily beat them.
Well, Raw here. Question is what he can do with the scout. As Sturzig with the AK, not a fan of you being alone with the AK in hand against pistols. So I feel like Sturzig also sensed the danger in that situation, will be falling back deeper into apartments here as once again smokes and flashbangs used towards B. This is actually going to be a distraction to force any sort of over-rotation. The MAC-10 Tarov sent in to clear out the site just in case it is a B stack. Tarov passing the information that the site is clear and that this is an A stack. So, not entirely sure why Giris are still forcing the agenda towards the A bomb site as Tarov has found his second kill towards B. Reggie will be taken down by that G grenade, flushed failing to find any sort of kills, and that is going to be only Captain remaining here.
Yeah, it worked out in the end there for Giris, even with this place having that 1 kill. It looked really scary at first as he was staying alive from the site for that long of a time period. As now Captain is going to be taken down by Sturzig. Almost did the same thing to him. As I have to say, Captain at the moment really shining, even with only 11 kills. Like, his aim is on points, and they need to put him like as an entry fragger at this stage.
Almost, but on the CT side.
Well, on the CT side is a bit more harder, but for the information or anything else, I think Captain should be in front.
Yeah, you can see he's definitely saving for that AVP as Tarov with the flashbang towards B is going to force out any sort of utility that the CDs might have picked up, but that is just flush dancing around the pole here as he will go down. Displex does find the kill towards Sturzig, but Tarov with quick 2 kills with the MAC-10, looking to see if he can add more money on top of whatever he already has gathered here, and there's actually quite a lot of money on Tarov.
Yep. Exactly, is out of 5.3k. As Suurhall had the idea to get Tarov like that, but that's not the case. As Tarov keeps on getting his payday checks, and it's going to be 11-7 now. The Byron is going to come out from Skinlords. Captain is going to be on the up. Quite potentially is going to play towards middle.
Yeah.
So I want to see if Giris will try to get that mid control early on. Ooh. And how will they decide to
Captain actually finds the kill towards Tarov in that situation. That was also the AK, but of course Centrons does pick it up and does eliminate Captain in that situation. So, AVP as expected coming out on the in the helpful hands of Captain there on the side of Skinlords.
Oh, he's going to go for the fast peek towards the A site, I believe, and then going to go towards Connector.
Usually does, yes.
So let's see if anyone's gonna come into his crosshair from the side of Giris.
Oh, actually, it's not gonna peek towards the a platform there, where a slope that Molotov will force him out of position. Only 25 health lost in the process, and now Tarov through the smoke looking to navigate his ways. Reggie already has found flushed in that situation. Displex does take Reggie down, meaning that there is still a 3v3 battle here as the Molotov once again just keeps preventing Captain from peeking anything here. So Giris actually have made their way onto the actual site, and the good news about this is that there are 2 terrorist players waiting for CT, and even the deep smoke deployed there, sort of.
Yeah, it's not completely on point. As we can see, all that Central needs to do is just stay hidden here.
Oh, and I love his position.
Yes, this kind of an off angle is already. Rav was taken down. They have the information 2 players are in CT. He's going to try to peek out. Quite potentially could find a player towards the heavens. He's just spotted the guy with the op. He's going to take him down. Only Udris remaining in the side. He's going to look for the kills, but Centrons stays alive. Even with Udris finding both players in CT spawn.
And
Still.
what a crucial round pickup here on the side of Giris, meaning that currently Skinlords, they shouldn't be toying with their idea too much. As you can see, they're going to be picking up what is happening with my language, picking up pistols and armors here, not anything more, as Captain, once again, with the deagle towards middle, does tag Sterzig a bit there, but obviously not really too keen on re-peeking that one.
Yeah, at that stage most definitely. Here it looks like they still have dropped down the bomb, so they're just going to establish the dominance and control here over the middle. Giris, that is, of course. I'm not quite sure if you want to do that in the pistol round.
What do you mean?
Against the pistols, as like you're staying up in the middle and everything else, right? As a smoke fade, Captain's gonna have a glimpse of moment there where he can find the kill. Quite especially throw the players off as well from short pushing in. We saw how it worked out before for the player on short. So let's see, can Udis potentially find a kill here? I see spotted the player, and Islam is gonna get back. Captain here is not even going to peek out, although the players are pushing towards short. They're gonna run into 3 pistols here. Udis looking for a kill. He's gonna find 2, and as you can see, Central is gonna get the kill back, even finding the second one, and there's still one more player in the site, flashed with the CZ, so he can deny the bomb plant at any point he wants. He's gonna kill off Captain, and I don't know if he spotted the player towards the car, but he's gonna be spotted. Only Displex remaining now for the retake. And this is what I was talking about. The slow approach with the control of the map, it just gives pistols the edge. As we can see, it's going to be Displex in a 1v1 situation. Can Delection actually take this one to home? As the bomb is still dropped down, Displex speaking out, looking for the bomb, but Delection with an instant headshot is going to make it count.
Well, I mean, in that situation, it all started off with Udris getting those 2 kills.
Yep.
Okay, that first one was a solid one. The second was like...
lucky one.
Not necessarily lucky, but definitely juicy in that sense. Now, though, if Giris pick up this round, they might just close out the game.
Yeah, that could be the case.
And Delection almost hitting that shot there. Captain also missing his, and Captain is going to go down. That's the AVP already down on the CT side for Skinlords here. As now, Giris just need to play it patiently. Still, a minute 30 on the clock. Just wait for any sort of utility. Raw still has another AVP on their in his hands. And he's peeking through B apartments, does not see anything. Therefore, the A side currently is a bit more fortified, but you can see already a rotation happening and a change of setup perhaps on the CT side here, as they're still looking to adjust. And once again, Giris will be checking middle, making sure that nobody has pushed up, nobody has gathered information about what's happening here, but little do they know that Raw continuously peeking with that AVP is providing so much information for his team. And also, I feel like Udris should be somewhere closer around kitchen area here. Still, Giris just setting up now. As they will be splitting A through connector, A ramp, and apartments. So, Molotov into Shadow here, and the flashbang should come through any second now, as Displex will need to go huge for Skinlords here. He will find one, but instantly Raw flushed, also finding kills here. Only Reggie and Sterzig remaining. Reggie pushing through the jungle will find the kill onto Displex.
Yes,
excuse me, that was Udris.
As you can see, as the bomb was dropped down towards the connector position, now they can switch things up. It's going to be 20 seconds left. They head towards the B side. It's going to be Rav with the kill, and now the round should be over. Sterzig won't find Rav. Oh, this was really well played by the player side from Skinlords. Managing to find a bomb, playing around it. It's going to be a round for Skinlords in the end. So 13-8. And I believe, yes, there will still be a buy round from the side of Giris, and especially now when the op is saved. I think they're going to be happy about this one. Well, not completely, as this was a shaky round. But do you give it more to Skinlords, or was it Giris messing up?
It was Žalgiris messing up.
Oh,
for sure.
And I like the tactical timeout. One more time, it's off.
It was Žalgiris messing up in that sense that they deployed the Molotov through shadows. There were no flashbangs afterwards instantly. So, like, for example, if there would have been a guy in shadows, he would have been running out of it. And having flashbangs on top of it would mean a free kill. Yeah. Also, no flashbang presence in general or delayed flashbang presence meant that the apartment guy couldn't really walk out in sync, as well as couldn't have been as impactful as he should have been in that situation. And just in general, it was a sloppy A-take. So,
it was.
I would have to see the replay to say more, but the fact that instantly 3 kills can come in through CT means there's too many gaps. And when there's 5 terrorist players alive, really, Thursday almost finds the kill onto Displex there. Displex also looked like he paused there for a second to say his thank yous to God.
Yes, at that point, most definitely.
Yeah, Reggie looking to use that smoke probably in a brief second.
You can see there was a bit more attention towards middle from Skinlords, but with all now this thing slowing down, they're more so focused towards the sides. As you can see, Displex is still going to check middle, but has to be careful about the A side as well. And at the moment, you can't really tell to which side they're going to go. To Žalgiris, that is, as 2 players are in middle, 1 is in underground. There's still a player waiting if anyone's going to push the upper mid, which is quite an okay situation.
Slightly odd, but Sturzig with the AVP and A apartments might be a crucial factor here. Displex now peeking towards connector.
He's gonna check the jungle first. Potentially could find Displex if Displex speaks out at any point there. Sturzig, he hasn't switched his position. Yes, he's still waiting for someone to come out from the jungle position. But as you can see, Captain with this position, did he expect this situation to be like a B push?
Not entirely sure. Delection, though, has managed to find one, but Skimlord's already picking up 2 kills there for themselves. Raw will need to go huge. His position was just spotted and also should have been given away the fact that he's with the AVP in hand. Captain coming out on top in that engagement. Now having a crosshair on him means that Sturzig will pick up that 1 kill there in that instance. Still taking a very long time here for the actual Žalgiris players to get onto the bomb site.
Yeah.
And having only 15 seconds, like, that's it, you need to go. Now Raw finding the kill in the worst timing. Citron's quick kill.
He's gonna even manage to get the bomb plant. Uris, he's not gonna push this one, as now he's gonna only rush out. He's gonna check if he can find the player. Centrons has to be really careful about the way that he approaches this one. He's gonna spot the head of the player, but Udris is gonna be the successor in that one. 13-9. The off is gonna be saved by him. And Skinlords are looking to get this game back on track for them.
This was so doable for Centrons as well. Like, I like how the way how he approached it, and even seeing the player unfortunately just slightly off aim there.
Yeah.
In that situation, and also he had the AK in hand. Oh my God, picking up that round would have been just the jackpot. Anyway, Centrons and
27 kills.
Cole.
Yeah, at this point, Centrons and Cole. On the other side, they're pretty equal. As you can see, Raven Udris and Captain as well with 14 kills. Let's see, this could be a fast push towards the B side, as it was Tarov making a lot of noise. I'm not quite sure if the players towards short heard that happening. He's going to push it out, and it's going to be all on Udris here to stop the push. The grenade will deal no damage at all to the players. So I'm curious to see how successful can this push be.
Well, there's quite a lot of flashbangs here available for them, so I mean, it's gonna a lot of it is going to be on Sturzig with this AK. The push is commencing now as Udris already jumping down, fully flashed, will not see anything. Captain will pick up 1 kill, but he will go down. Tarov, Reggie will find Udris, and this could all go to horrible.
Oh, and it's already going that way, as not only Displex remaining here towards the side, has to stay alive until Rob rotates back. And he's like, he was spotted from the car as well, getting dropped down to 67 HP. And as we can see, Tarov is just patiently waiting for someone to push through here.
Yes, Tarov just stay in that position as the flashbang does force him to turn away. Rob will also pick up towards a kill towards Thursday. Displex finds a kill to Reggie. What is this game?
No idea, but Skinlords managed to retake this one. They know that the player is going to be probably in the upper position, but he's going to be rough going down. Displex low HP. He's going to be... Oh, that's Centrons! Finds the quick kill, finds the AVP. That's going to be the 14th round going the way of Žalgiris. They need only 2 more, and that round should give them, if not confidence boost.
And Centron's really being a crucial factor for his team here, almost on 30 kills there. Good job coming out from him. Cannot really say much about Skinlords in terms of any individual players really standing out. Their captain did find a few impactful kills, and also Raw was had a few impactful rounds on his side. So far, a bit more divided frags amongst the side of Skinlords. They're now Displex with this peak. Ooh. So close.
Yeah, but Sterzik as well, he's not being too aggressive with the up. He's just waiting for the player to push up from jungle, and feels like Skinlords have an idea that that's going to be happening, so they don't put anyone there. They even put Captain towards B more so, especially in this round where it's going to be Skinlords fully forced, only with pistols, no utility, only one grenade left unflushed. This should be...
It looks very unlikely, as you can see. The two players from A apartments on the side of Žalgiris are actually gathering back here, and I would also like to see Tarov and Delection not splitting up and staying together as a unit, at least to be able to trade. But in general, I would like to see them go just as a single unit and execute towards the site, because they should know that, like, really CTs are on low HP. So Tarov and Delection are going to act as the flankers here, getting into connector, and still with a delayed push. Essentially what's happening right now is Žalgiris players are doing exactly this. They're waiting for any sort of rotations to come in first, where these two players get the kills, and only afterwards they execute happens towards the site. Very well played from them. Captain still might be impactful here, but he will go down, and that is going to be 15-9. Skinlords once again will be able to purchase only pistols.
Yes, exactly, that is the case. It looks like Žalgiris will be able to close this one out. Of course, if no any kind of surprise come out from Skinlords, as we've seen, the pistols could be really deadly. What?
If Žalgiris win this round right now, we have to flip a coin for whoever wins.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see. Sterzik, he's going to miss the first opportunity to find a kill. As you can see, there's going to be some aggression coming towards this T ramp. As well as, I'm not quite sure how much does Delection see here towards this player. Okay, Rav is not peeking out too many times. As we can see as well, Skinlords, they did go for the aggressive positions, but not being too overly aggressive. They don't as well know any kind of information where the players are located or where to look for them.
And Sterzik will actually fall back here, sitting on 43 HP with that AVP in hand. Is going to go more towards the B apartment side. Centron's now clearing out the connector here, and as expected, excuse me, with the CZ in hand.
Yep.
They're just going to be hiding away close corners, and Tarov is approaching the first dangerous one. Giris literally just around the corner here. Please double peek him, as he will spot the first player, but actually he's going to go down. Delection now will pick up the kill towards Raw as well, and that leaves only Displex on B bomb site as the remaining players are in rotation. Reggie finding 1, 2, and will not close it out just yet, as Captain will return with a single frag, but still only CZ in hand. Will be jumping out and, well, looking to battle it out with everyone at the same time.
Yes.
Will go down.
16-9, props to Žalgiris for finally showing us what they can do. I really like the adjustment. Even if they did start to lose the first start, they still managed to get the game back. And Skinlords, with all hard work, with all the roster changes they have done, it doesn't look too good. But yes, we have to conclude the prediction game.
I don't have any good coins. Like the biggest size coin I have.
Do that one.
50 cents.
I'm gonna say tails never fails, which is this side. Is it saying? It's saying.
Okay,
it's
which leaves me with heads or the number side.
Yeah, so you're gonna be number side. I'm gonna be this side.
Okay, so here we go. Yeah. Just go do it.
And who's gonna be whose? You take it. Congratulations. I'm gonna take this one for myself. So it's going to be now 4-4.
Yeah, we're tied in the prediction game.
Damn.
And happy days. Any man's game. And considering there's only 2 games tomorrow.
Yes, it should be an interesting one.
Well, either we suffer both again and definitely not doing squats on the next following.
No, we're gonna
Monday.
do the push-ups now. Okay, probably not. That's gonna be the case. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to check out HyperTown Pro website about the what's gonna happen in the HyperTown Tallin Festival on 20th and 21st of October. Tickets are also there. BESL Pro website for all the information you need regarding this season. Of course, there is also the World's Giveaway happening every day. Congratulations to the winner who won it this time. What else do we need to add?
Well, that Žalgiris, well played. Finally, we can feel and sense the presence of undercover there. And whilst, yes, there were a few sloppy rounds in the middle in general, this just goes to show once again how a small adjustment can be extremely impactful for them. And what seemed like initially a game that is going to literally completely head towards the Skinlords side of things, as soon as they made that adjustment, that is it, they're shut down. And whilst yes, Skinlords did have like 2 solid approaches towards how you can try and regain composure. It seemed like they gave up after those, and therefore, XD lost again.
Yes, well, that happens. But for now, we're going to say goodbye to you. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow. I believe we start at 8 o'clock in the evening.
Cannot confirm, but we'll have to double check.
Yes, 8 o'clock in the evening. So, see you next time. Goodbye.
All I wanna do is say,
Here's a little light of mine that I would never dare to find if you and I didn't collide.
all I wanna do is say,
You've taken me by surprise. You brought me back to life. You didn't even have to try.
all I wanna do is say,
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and I won't be back. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up, it felt okay. Turning to love a million days wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
all I wanna do is say, all I wanna do is say, say.
Every time I say goodbye, missing you is hard to hide. But baby, it's worth the price.
All I wanna do is say,
With confidence in your eyes, you've taken off my disguise. I'll never leave that
all I
behind.
wanna do is say,
Yeah, I'm flying away to the birds in LA and it hurts so bad. But I promise to you that the miles in between us will never change. The nights we stayed up, it felt okay. Turning to love a million days wouldn't be enough, so I can't stay.
all I wanna do is say, all I wanna do is say,
I wish that I could stay. Stop counting down the days. How bittersweet to say. I wish that I could stay.
all I wanna do is say,
All I wanna do is stay. But nothing will ever change. The nights we stayed up, it felt our pain. Turn into love a million days won't be enough.